Hello, I am the Roninpawn, and welcome to a twitch.tv/Roninpawn live stream on twitch.tv/Roninpawn. Our first error of the day. I expect many. I expect explosions. I expect the computer to suddenly, the internet to go out, sudden sandstorms from Africa to cross the Atlantic, and I expect many things to go wrong. Welcome. Hologram 1, Eroboros, Noah Croft, Milgrips, Sai, and Ventatsu immediately with the subscription 5 months. Thank you so much. And I got an emote. What did I get? I got Pride Hey. Pride Hey. That's the most, like, that's so far of all the Twitch Pride emotes I've seen, that one's just like kind of normal. All right, Pride Hey. Pride Hey. All right. What's going on? How you doing? What year is this? What the hell? What's going on? I don't know. Some Geordie put up there. I can't. He's been watching the old series, I guess. Hello, Noah. Hello, Eroboros. I anticipate yelling and immediate regret. I anticipate a lot. Man, I wish I could stay and watch this Milgrips. Well, there's always pawnlive.roninpawn.com for the VODs. Hey, Pawn, can't stay long. Just want to pop in and say hi. Hello, Sai. Hopefully stream is still going when I get back. It's a Kerbal stream, so if it's 4 hours, then probably you'll catch me. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, if you are unaware, we have not played Kerbal Space Program in years? Maybe there's an S on there, plural. There's parentheses around it at the very least. And today, having hit the subscriber goal, which has now changed, and don't look too hard, I might not actually allow that to continue being the subscriber goal, but for today I was like, I'll throw it up. What are the odds? There's no way we're gonna, I don't want it to.
My god, the return of Kerbal.
Gingy! Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Indeed, it is the return of Kerbal Space Program. Look, there it is. It's right there. What are you gonna? You can't deny that. I'm actually quite excited. Back when Harv and I were doing Harv and Pawn, we were both kind of excited to come back to Kerbal and see, just play the game and get back into it and stuff. And then Harv went off and did it and didn't have that fun of a time, and that was that. But I have played a little bit of Kerbal here. By the way, those legs. Oh my god, those legs, huh? Is there a way for me to take down would it be you? There we go. Look at her, him, them. Look at them. Look at them. Hey, them gams, huh? They go on for ages. I'm excited to get back into Kerbal and do a career mode and having the limit. So here's what's going on, friends, lovers, true. We are playing Kerbal Space Program. We're going to start up a brand new career mode, and we're going to take it to Duna. Okay, and that to me means a manned landing on the surface of Duna from starting in career mode. And we talked about it on the last live stream. Do we start it in hard mode? Do we start it in, rookie mode, pissant mode, whatever it is? We're going to do it in hard mode. I'm going to have the ability to quick save and quick revert, but I'm not going to use it unless the game breaks. We'll go with that premise until I get frustrated and start using it. But that's the premise that we're starting with today. We're going to give you 15 or 45 subs in a day. Yeah, no, absolutely not. And I don't want it because XCOM 2, that probably will get scrubbed. I don't actually want to be on the line to actually play XCOM 2. I hate XCOM. What, XCOM is a sub goal? What is going on? Yeah, I don't. Ooh, Gingy, I got a thing off a Pride Heart L. What's a Pride Heart L? That's not okay. It's not American Sign Language. I'll tell you that much, because that's more of that's a C is what that is. That's from a bad angle too. But L, that would be whatever. Oops, everything's gonna go wrong. I'm gonna be bouncing off the mic. Izu. Yo, my dad just gave me Samsung U-Flex headphones, and they sound awesome. Do you know them? No, I don't know those headphones. I'm wearing Audio Technic AH somethings. I don't know, 35Ms or so. I don't know. They're very nice. I like them, and for the price. And Black Vectum with a subscription. We should just sit here. We don't have to play Kerbal. If I just sit here and intimate that at some point we will, the subs just keep rolling in. Black Vectum with 6 months of a subscription. I'm excited for KSP. Let's go. All skill, no luck. There is some RNG to Kerbal Space Program. There's a lot of RNG to Kerbal Space Program, mainly in whether or not the game will fucking play. Or crash, or, things suddenly explode. I don't know, maybe things have changed. Maybe they've changed. I doubt that they've changed. I've played a little bit. I haven't seen any major bugs or glitches. I've just seen poor game design, and I will be bitching. That's a thing to know. I will be bitching about Kerbal Space Program here today, friends, lovers. To Swifty Gamer 1011, hello to you as well. Who with the just before I get too far away from it, because that's a big donut. Gingy, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. I have already modded out my Kerbal installation. I've been doing this a long time with the mods and everything. I know not to put too many mods in because it's just going to make it even less stable and stuff like that. But you can't play Kerbal the way that it looked in 2011 when it was that when they just, like, when they first released 0.01 or something like that, 2011, because it's not been 1.0'd for more than 2 or 3 years, right? But I have modded it out to make it look a bit nicer, and as well to give us some options in the game that we will need, including the ability to rename Kerbals, as we will be holding raffles to name Kerbals when we start getting Kerbals that aren't the default. You're not going to be Jeb, you're not going to be Val, or Bill or Bob. But someone in chat will be selected when we start recovering Kerbals that work for us, which is a thing that will happen. I also intend to do, for a little while, we'll see, but there's various types of missions that it randomly offers you. And my intention is to at least do one of each type, because there's types that I don't like at all, and I would never do them. And so that'll force me to do them, won't it? Carlerheim, you playing Sandbox or whatever the other two are called? We're playing career mode. We're going to start it off in hard mode career and have to build up our money and our science and our reputation and try not and go bankrupt, because I very easily could. Noah Crotcheard 5. So much has changed. Prepare to have your mind blown several times. Also, no more use for Kerbal Engineer. There's a maneuver mode now in flight. Really? I saw that I've seen the Delta V readouts in the VAB and stuff, and that I still wanted Kerbal Engineer, but nobody's developing it anymore because we'll get to it. I'm gonna complain. Oh, am I gonna complain? But do know that I very much enjoy the game. It angers me as well, the choices that were made. So you might notice that Kerbin is a little effed up there. That's not how Kerbin's supposed to go and look, but that's how it looks from this screen exclusively. This is just, the modding community around Kerbal has always been like this. Like, things aren't up to date, and something breaks something, and the two overlap, and then there will be complaining, won't they? We're going to start a new game. I've got mine. What have you got in yours, Neko Cares? Have you got Kerbal Engineer? It has a fork. Is it compatible with 1.9? We might end up, you guys recommend me some mods, and they might end up being a thing that we put in there. But for today, we're going to be starting a career. We're going to need the right flag. Which one should we choose? Let's see, there's the KSP, KGB. You know what? Let's go with the Roninpawn flag that's right there that I'm prepared. Difficulty options, we're going to hard mode. The one thing that we're going to adjust here, though, if I can find it, is allow quick loading. Because the game has a tendency to break, at least in my experience. Rex Skates with the subscription, 25 months. Rex, welcome back to KSP. He's got both dicks. What? Oh, DLCs. I've got DLC, not dicks. That didn't say dicks. Thank you, Rex, for the sub. Lord Spankalot, Roninpawn, saw what happened with your AGTQ submission. Least I can do is sub to your channel. And Lord Spanksalot with the sub. Thank you so much. And I got an emote from, I think this was Rex's one. Pride Love. Is that strangely mustachioed blonde man with a scarf?
KSPHYYYYYYP Roninpawn.
I'll tell you why. Because sub goal. Thank you, piece of scabies, for the 420 bits. KSP hype. This is gonna be hard to actually get started, isn't it? I'm very excited for the first.
I'm very excited for the first real rant.
I should probably let you speak. I was just right over top of you, non-operational. Thank you for the cheer. And Neko Cares with the subscription as well. 2 months. Thank you, Neko Cares. Why? What? No, it's not. We're not playing Mario today, and that would be more of a wahoo. More of a wahoo that should be going. So that's what I'm hard mode, however hard mode starts, but I'm going to allow quick loading because it kind of needs to happen. And then, but we're not going to allow reverting of flights? No, well, quick load. If I don't remember to quick load, then that's my fault. So what's the name of this thing? What do we call it? Oh, first bug that I'm aware of in the game. Okay, you click, I may have already screwed it up, but you click on it, and then if you mouse over it, you mouse away from it, then it's no longer selected. So you click in, and then you take your mouse down over, so if it passes over another clickable object, you're no longer typing in it. It auto-selects the thing there. First bug in KSP. See, I'm trying to, I can't delete it. It won't. Unnamed is a good name. Do you think unnamed is a good name?
Turning on ground stations.
What is happening? You'll have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes? What is Dramacy with the 100-bit cheer? Thank you. And there's a hype train going? You got a hype train going with all the friggin' subscriptions and stuff, apparently. I don't think I've seen Twitch has changed how these things work. Now it's got a thing. Now I can read less of my chat. Thanks, Twitch. Ground stations are for noobs. I can't actually, maybe if I click on, if we just go to career and then, I've reset everything. Fuck it. We'll just start anew. It's still got that. We go to career, we go to normal, we go to hard mode, we allow quick loading. I've already broken the game and we haven't even started it yet. Select it. If I just start typing, just start typing. So you saw that it selected all and then I deleted it the first time. Now it just says unnamed and then I have to.
Pawn, are you sure you want
UI.
to do this? You left KSP, the Kerbals were happy, safe and free. Three-sided symmetry was no longer killing Kerbals.
We'll build in quad-sided symmetry from now on. What are we naming it? It's gonna be with the hardcore deuce. Deuce? How do you do a Deus hardcore Deus Ex the Machina? Start. We have begun our career mode, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And the first thing that I'll complain about, we've already started the complaining. Gingy, well, what is going on? There's too many things happening. Gingy has gifted a sub to WWE Deadman. Oh, welcome WWE Deadman. Hello. So we've got the focus file. So I've got mods installed. By the way, Linux Guru Gamer is I'm not gonna be able to. Okay.
Hype Convoy, Ronan P Envoy, 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 Ronan P Envoy. Ronan P Envoy, Ronan P Envoy, Ronan P Envoy.
Yep. We done? P Envoy. Thank you, non-operational. Is 400? Is that what 400 bits? With the salt and the everything else. So I've got one of the mods that I've... Wait, I was saying something. Linux Guru Gamer is, if you're unaware, he is the sort of granddaddy of Kerbal Space Program in terms of... Like, the man just, like, he adopts all of the best mods and keeps them going. And a number of the mods that I've installed here are from Linux Guru Gamer. And the other day, Linux Guru Gamer got a sub in my channel, and I don't know how. I seriously doubt Linux Guru Gamer was hanging out, watching me play Cluster Truck. But, you know, if you're here, LG, the old LGG, you know, say hello. Is that, so I'm caught up to date, right? I didn't, Noah Crotcheard 5, I recommend FMRS since it allows you to control separated stages and land them and stuff. SpaceX, Falcon 9, other than that, I don't use any mods. Okay. Yes, okay. Now I'm completely caught up and we can start playing. Wait, Peace Escape's just gifted 5 subs to Swifty Gamer 1011, Stealthy Guy 327, Citarino, Intoxicated Explosive, Starbit Gaming. Starbit Gaming, thank you so much, Peace Escapees. So focus follows mouse or focus follows click. It provides a new mode of focus follows click, which means you'll need to click on a window. Follow the click then. I don't know. I'll just accept it. The game begins. Wow, Peace Escape. Don't, please, stop. I don't want to be any closer to this than I already am. Nobody wants XCOM 2 on Veteran. Nobody who's sitting in this chair wants XCOM 2 on Veteran. I hope you've installed some contract packs, this pony. I haven't. I haven't. We are playing this, it's going to be Kerbal Space Program with a lot of, well, it looks a lot better, doesn't it? Have a look around. You'll see the size of the paint. I don't remember the words to that. But there's mountains off in the distance. So we got Scatterer, we've got Eve, environmental visual enhancements with the Astronomer's Pack part of it. I got rid of the skybox for space because it's ugly. I'm Gene Kierman, Flight Director, and your guide for this quick introduction. This is the Space Center. From here you can, and then there's a right mouse button, and don't forget you use the arrow keys. That's good. That'll get me real. Right click over the Space Center to just learn about them. Oh yeah, that's how you upgrade them. I remember. Thanks, I got it. We're good. We got it. So, welcome to Kerbal Space Program, everyone. Heroes 451 with the subscription, 7 months. You're so cute these days. Oh, thank you. I changed shirts so that I would look more like, I care. I'm not wearing anything below the waist, but for what you can see, looking pretty good, right? He moisturizes. So, into this mission control, please make a selection. We're going to gather scientific from data, and we're going to launch our first vessel. Those are the two things we're going to do. We're going to do them at once. I'm going to try and keep myself from doing too many missions at once. I have a tendency to be like, I know this game, I'll do this, that, and the other thing, and then everything goes wrong. Remember, this is hardcore mode. If somebody dies, they're gone. If we run out of money, the money's gone. If we don't have any science, there's no science. It's hardcore mode. We could legitimately go bankrupt if I don't play decently well. And I got an emote. Pride Rise. Okay. He's got like a Connect 4 game on his head. Is that a Pokemon? Is that one of the new ones? Is that a keyring Pokemon? What's that?
Let's make Pawn complain and rant. Pawn, did you hear how Star Theory tried to take over of Take-Two Studios, and when it didn't work they cancelled Take-Two development of the game and then encouraged Take-Two employees to leave and join Star Theory?
Who? Is that Kerbal? Is that KSP2? Is that I don't know. You can't get me to complain and rant with that, Darth Angelus, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't follow it. No. But thank you for the cheer. And also Zorglob, 27 months of subscriptions. Hi, Pawn. Space it up. Thank you, Zorglob.
Remember to bring photon torpedoes.
Okay, well, hang on. Let me just check. Photon torpedoes. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got those yet. I think they're unlocked somewhere up there, but we'll get to them. We'll get to them. So, play the game? Let's play the game. What if we played a little bit of the game? Who was that? Little magnets with 500 bits. My God, I'm rich. Should have done this sooner. If you do it once every, 3 years or so, then you can. Okay, so step 1. This is Werner von Kerman. And these are the instructions for Kerbal Space. It's not enough. He doesn't tell you half the things that you need to know in order to control all the fucking thing. But it doesn't matter because that's being a poor element of game design doesn't even count in comparison to this. This, ladies and gentlemen. I started up a career mode to test, to get familiar with and remind myself how to play the game, and I checked out this part. When I saw it there, I was like, oh, that looks cool. And I right-clicked on it, and I went through, okay, oh, it's got its own ablator? Okay, how much ablator does it? Oh, it's got 20 ablator to it. Yeah, that'd be good for a slow descent back into... It'd have to be slow, but you could slowly descend back. Okay, fair enough, and it's built in. It's like, okay, you gave a part to new players. They don't have to worry about ablators. Like, it'll ease them in. What a good idea. And then I scrolled down and scrolled down and scrolled down and realized this thing doesn't have any reaction wheels. This doesn't have... You're not going to be able to fucking fly something that has this on the tip of it. If you're a new player, this isn't for new players. This shouldn't be here. This is going to confuse and disorient new players. You still don't know what you're doing, Kerbal. You still don't know what the hell you're doing. You start up the game, you shouldn't start up with that. Wait until you're handing out reaction wheels or something, and then you have that as an option, because you put that on a ship and try and fly it out with the Kerbal in there, so that's the pilot compartment. It's the likelihood of you actually flying a ship to orbit without reaction wheels while all you have is the fucking swivel it's not good. It's not going to be easy, if it's even possible. But you're introducing new players to the game with shit that they shouldn't be using. They're gonna get in and they're gonna try to use it. They're gonna be like, this game is ridiculous. I can't do this. This is impossible. I keep flipping the ship over when I need fins all over the fucking thing. I don't know how to make these things. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you've already done. You've already done it. But it is a cool new part, and it breaks off in a perfect sphere, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty nifty looking. I just don't think that you could actually, you know, use it for a good long time before you get into the game.
It's a making history part. They didn't have reaction wheels back in the day, lol.
Okay, so it's because of the DLC that you guys have gifted me. Alright. I can't say fair enough, because it shouldn't be, it should be unlocked once you get to, like, reaction wheel tiers and shit, because you're just not gonna make a ship that's... It's fine. It's fine. We need our first ship. All it needs to do is go out there, collect a little science, fly off. Do we have any science? Well, we've got a parachute. That will probably be helpful. Do we have any... What do I have to work? We've got science. Alright, we got goo. It's always good to have some good... We don't have any decoupling, right? No decoupling? Wait, where's the decouplers? Decouplers, no decoupling yet. That's okay. So, we don't gotta do anything crazy or special here. We'll just have you... And three more, just you and three more of the. I mean, that's how you do it, you know. It's how it's always been done. Just a little bit lower than and then, is then what you can do. See, and it's no bit. It's just normal. It's just how you always do. Then you get the science, and you put 3 of these on there. 3 of these, like that. Are you penetrating? I don't know how much I'm gonna care about. I mean, look, it's embedded into the top of the thing, so yes, you're penetrating, kind of. So let's do that, and then pull it up so that it doesn't look, you know, stupid. Maybe just, and then if I just put it back down a little bit more, there we go. Okay, so there's a ship, and then we'll stage it. It's gonna be use all the rockets at once, and then there's a parachute. Parachute might not be able to, like, sustain the weight of those empty things coming back down, but that's for someone else to worry about. And is Houston around? I haven't seen him since we stopped doing Roninpawn. He may have disappeared into the ether. I think he got involved in a really bad, like, Colombian coffee route. We'll see if we can get a hold of him. But so that'll be that, and then, you know, what else do I need? Let's put an antenna on there, right? They gave me no, we don't have antennas. Electrical, what else could I possibly... We could have fins. We don't need fins. Who needs fins for this sort of a thing? What we could do, however, is we could use the new Delta V stuff. The new Delta V things, it shows you the interesting information about the Delta V. That's great, except for as you build something, in fact, if I take you off and put it back on, and right back where I had it before, a little bit lower, it's still up this time. But these things, like, pop in and out of their own volition, and then, like, one of them has some information, but it doesn't show you the other one, and you can't hold it out. Even if you go over into the Delta V settings and tell it show all, and it still won't do it. It's just this bad UI design, and I'll be complaining, is what's gonna happen. He died in the vacuum of space of Columbia. It's possible. We don't know the fate of Houston yet. Mosaic Task Force gifting a sub to Roninpawn. Yeah. You know, I've got a Amazon Prime account. I really need to start subscribing to myself with it. And Mosaic Task Force gifting a sub to HOC Gaming. I should have told Harv that we haven't talked in a long time. It's just, you know, just COVID and stuff, and distance, and the heart is growing fonder, though. Houston being MIA is a good thing. Do not have to pay him if he's not here, and that's Phoenix Within with a subscription. Thank you so much. I am having a lot of trouble keeping up with the friggin' cheers and the subs and stuff. It's fine. It's fine. So this is gonna be 001. You know, the no biggie. The no biggie Mark 1. We don't expect there to be a Mark 2, but the no biggie Mark 1. That's fine. And we're gonna need a pilot for it. And I think I will have a pilot. Alright, Jeb. It's entirely possible you'll die here. I want to make sure that Jeb at some point dies, so he could pilot this. I mean, I could do a scientist and they'd be able to, like, get out and but it's fine. We'll get the science sooner or later. I don't want to rush anything, you know. I don't want to actually get anywhere in this game. Oh, okay, we've selected fuel tanks, but they don't seem to... Well, we don't have any pawn. Right. I'm always looking out for a bug. Is that it, though? Are we good? Just those rockets go off, and then we do a parachute, and then we come back down. Noah Croc, good thing you've got a log. Thank you. I think it's a reasonable size. I think, you know, I haven't had many complaints. Thank you. Literally everyone shows up on Pawn Streams KSP. Save the craft, and then... Are we good? we're good. It's just, you go out, you do the thing, just get out there and do it, you know? It's just hard mode. If I kill somebody, they're permanently dead, and if I run out of money, then that's the end of the program. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Ooh, what was that sound? Did you hear that? Did you hear someone dropping an ice cube into my glass of scotch? I really, really like scotch. So there's a lot of it. I don't actually. Look, I've got, what is the name of this thing? Science notifier or something. This makes collecting science so much easier, notifies you when you've got the science to collect and everything. Oh, and look at the frame rate. Oh, and look at the frame rate with the because it's the live stream. So much encoding going on. I might have to adjust that. I might have to adjust the positioning of chat and everything. You guys can't see science experiments. Oh god. Wait. Can I drag you? Can I hang on. Can I wait, but I could what if I drag? I can't drag you. I can't drag. It's fine. Here's the experiments. We'll put them over here when they pop up and things. But okay. The frame rate is great. There will be a lot of, over the course of the live streams, we'll make it work better. We'll have some SAS on. And first things we want to do is a crew report. I won't use that unless once I've already done the thing. So crew report me. From the launch pad, that's worth 0.9 science. We got this assessment of the situation. Click the purple button bottom left. Purple button bottom left. Maneuver mode. It shows your apoapsis and periapsis. Oh, that's nice. It's down, it's over here. I tried to move myself. The mic is sort of hanging out and you see the end of it kind of just die there. I tried to move myself a little bit over. There's not a lot of room here. There's the sub-goal to show. There's this stuff. But that is nice to have the apoapsis and periapsis available. I was lamenting the lack of that, not having Kerbal Engineer, even though apparently there's a fork for it. So there's the thing, and then you just get out, Jeb, EVA from here. Let's do an EVA report. I don't think a space boot was entirely necessary to get here, was it? We wouldn't have put you on the pad without one, so quit lying. Quit lying. And then while you're in there, why don't you go ahead and take the data out of it? This is an annoyance that, my god, we still have to do. Kerbal Space Program 1.9, and we still have to, get out, take the data out, and then we can get back in, and then we're able to take another crew report. For the love of tits. For the love of tits, everyone. And most people do enjoy them. I haven't seen Alpha in a very long time, since before Pawn stopped KSP, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Alpha Epic 11? You're talking about the old crew. What's up, guys? Got kind of busy with life. Jacob Orth is here, working night shifts and whatnot. If I could keep up with chat, then I would say hello, but I can't, so we're, hi, Jacob Orth, hey. Okay, so what do I do now? Let's pop one of these. In fact, let's pop one in the back. We'll pop observe the mystery goo. The goo is being observed. The goo doesn't seem to be doing much right now. It's busy. The goo is busy. It has other things to do. Is there any other? There's no other science experiments to be gathered. Lovely, lovely. SAS back on. Don't know when I could turn it off. Maybe when he got out of the ship. We don't need rockets to full here because it's solid fuel boosters, but I think we're ready to go. We've got the missions over here. Can you guys actually see that? Gather scientific data from Kerbin and launch our first vessel. Both of those will be taken care of promptly. I guess I just hit spacebar then.
Pawn?
Houston! He's here!
Yeah, it's totally me. What are you doing with your hand?
I feel like I might sneeze at any time. I don't want, there's a pandemic going around.
Yeah, I had it. That's where I've been all this time.
Okay, all right. Am I doing it? The right mic is open at the right time? Yes, it is.
Good to see that you're still being professional and keeping up the fourth wall.
I thought we knocked that down with the last spacecraft use.
Do you want a countdown?
I suppose so. I don't really have any prepared jokes or anything.
Okay, I've got one.
Really? Okay, go ahead then.
All right, what do you... I actually don't have a joke either. In 3, 2, 1, fire!
Holy shit, okay, I meant to I was gonna thrust limit those? I didn't thrust limit. Let's get some readings quickly. So observe the mystery goo while in flight. Thank you. It jiggles and wobbles and flibbles and flobbles. It does. Give me a crew report while we're up here. Crew report. The shores look inviting, and you watch the waves roll into the coast. That is where waves tend to go. What else is there? There's nothing else? Yet. There's nothing else. I should have also steered us to a water landing. That would have been a good idea. You know what? We'll make that. Oh, you can't. All right, here's what I'll do. I will fly us there using the power of, heart, Sailor Moon, power of fire, wind, water, using the power of drag. I will fly us toward I'm actually doing it. Can you see the coast moving there? I'm actually using drag to get us there. I mean, also the planet is spinning under us, but not that much. It's me. I'm the one who's getting us. Yeah. No. Now. Nearly. Almost there. Maybe, what's the height that we get? It's 2,000, what's the, above the surface? We're very near to, how fast are we going? 113. All right, let's just go ahead and pop that parachute. Let's turn the SAS off. Let's maybe flip this for you. That's going to be an issue. There we go. Parachute is away. Our first craft coming down at a low speed of too fast for things not to explode. It should be great, is what it should be. I think we've got it. Captain Planet, he's a hero. Gonna. Does he fight it? Does he cut it? Gonna take pollution down to 0. How you doing in there, Jeb, by the way? How's this? Cockpit looks nice these days. Did they update the interiors of the cockpit? That's a lot more flippy switches and buttons than I recall. Where's the radar altitude? There it is. That's what we're gonna want to know. Radar altitude. Don't really care about but I want you to, so that I can look in on that if, in future, which won't matter at all to this craft. So we're down to 9.3 meters per second. Surely these empty tanks will be fine when they impact the ground in 3, 2, 1. They were fine! And there's more goo to observe. There's always more goo to observe. Observe my mystery goo. Okay, the goo accumulates near the water-facing side of the container from Kerbin's shores. All right, we're on Kerbin's shores now? Well, then that means that shouldn't I be able to... So if I exit Jeb, then you should be able to do me an EVA report from Kerbin's shores, which should be different than what we already had. Simultaneously, if I take the data out and then reboard, then I should be able to get a crew report from Kerbin's shores landed. Did we do a thing? Did we collect all I think we collected all the science. No experience. Collect all. We did it. We did our first mission.
Congratulations, Pawn.
Thank you, Houston. Lovely to be working with you again.
You're gonna have to get some better coffee in here.
I figured as much. I did figure as much. Let's recollect this craft and, celebrate that we did this boring mission that you gotta do. I didn't kill anybody. You didn't think that was gonna happen. Roninpawn, you can click the, little blue water button to the left of the altitude to get your altitude above the surface. Oh! Heroes! Helping out where Noah probably already pointed that out and I missed it, but thank you, Heroes. Holy poop, in between now and the last time Ronin did KSP, I've gotten 2/3 of the way through a rocket science degree. Gnarly. You're actually with the studying of it? Holy shit, we got 17.6 science back from that, and we brought back the whole damn craft, which means most of the cost besides the fuel. Yeah, and Jebediah... he got an XP point and learned nothing from it. That's why I don't like Jeb. He tends to not learn anything about anything. Son of a bitch. He's very, just full of himself, too. And, there should only be one of us in the space program who's that full of himself. The position's taken, Jeb. I didn't kill anyone yet. We'll work on it. So that's immediately, we're up to 62,300 Kerbins. And lots of science. Let's go in here and buy some. Let's spend some of our science. So basic rocketry, the swivel engine, the hammer, and some liquid fuel. And then over here we've got decoupler, thermometer, communotron, and it's a communotron, it's a thermometer. It's take them both because we can afford them. Ooh, shit. I could have actually afforded the next tier if I would have chosen just one. It's fine, Pawn. Just don't try and be tricky. Wait, can I afford a tier? 20? 18? 15? No, I can't. I could probably get more. Well, we got a thermometer now. If I wanted more science, I could get more science. But we don't need science. We're going into mission control, and we're going to escape the atmosphere. Probably we'll hold off on orbiting Kerbin. We'll take escape the atmosphere, and then is there something else that I could do? For example, testing the swivel engine at the launch site for 2042, or for 2700, testing the hammer. We just got decouplers, right? So I can do that. I can fire a hammer off and then drop it, and then that's worth more than this. And we'll come back for that. Yeah, we'll test the hammer then. Those are the two things. We're not going to try for an orbit immediately. It is hard mode KSP. We've only got 2 tiers unlocked. Let's not, get ourselves, well, not ourselves, but let's not get others killed too quickly. So immediately back into the Space Center. I'm getting back into the flow of it, I guess. I don't know. I feel a little bit awkward. Export craft to Steam. Oh, that's a thing? That's a button now? Okay. Knew that, knew this. Get us another. We're going to build a new ship. Wait, no Jebediah created a city called Springfield and took us science. I don't know what general alien. I'm not following chat at that. What? We're going to need a parachute. I know about parachutes. That's the thing we're going to need. I'm going to want a decoupler. I have to purchase... Oh, I forgot. This is a thing in hard mode. You actually have to pay money the first time that you use it. So first you unlock it, and then you have to buy into it. We're going to need a decoupler in a minute. I'm not sure where that hooks it. Do we want that to come down? I probably want that to come down on its own. It's not like I've got the little science bay yet, do I? No. Let's get the thermometer as well. A thermometer, and I'll just stick it in the direction that we want to... Do you have to get out to reload the... You do have to get out. Well, we can't get out of it anyway, so we'll put it in the direction that we want to turn down, because that 0.005 tons is going to just pull this thing right over.
Build the pawn hamster ball of science and roll around KSC to collect all the science.
We could do, but it's silly and fun, and I don't want to be silly or fun in Kerbal, This is a very serious game. There's no barns or anything. Give me the liquid fuel tank, and then also unlock me that. And we're actually testing the hammer before we would have unlocked it? Or maybe I've got it unlocked, but I haven't had to pay for it yet because we've got the test contract mission. It's something like that. So let's just build a simple stage. A simple liquid fuel stage. Bang, bang, bang. We don't want to go to orbit. We just want to, tool around. We just want to get off into the... And I don't want to have to deal with re-entry heating and stuff like that, so we don't even want to go that high or fast, really. Well, high is fine. Fast, not, and they're kind of linked, if you've heard of science. But, so what did I do with there's another... We want another decoupler. Another decoupler. It'll take me a minute to get used to where these are. So we'll decouple there, and this is going to get us the clearing of our contract to test the hammer. So we test the hammer, and then we do that, and then that breaks off, and then we parachute to come back. How much DV do we got in there? That's 2,347 meters per second. This being hard mode, and it also being Kerbal Space Program, I'm gonna go ahead and three-sided symmetry me up some fins to try and help steer. That is the correct way, right? That's how I usually do them in, dolphin pattern. Couple of fins, it'll probably screw us up on the way up, and we'll so this is gonna be 0-2, up and out of atmosphere. That's all we want to do with it. Don't want to get crazy, don't want to do anything too silly. No, this is pieces. Germasian, build the hamster. Oh, I heard that. No, this is pieces. It's what? Don't put the fins on? You're just rooting for people to die. Is there anything else that I bought here that I could use? I don't need it. It's a 0.015. This is a 0.005. Let's buy into the cheap.
Nerf go big, big, big rocket.
Sorry? Nerf go big, big, big. You want me to try? No. That's how we get people killed. Look at that, huh? See? Now I've balanced the weight, except for that you would need to come up just a little bit more. Boom. They're both 0.005 tons, and I believe don't have any effect on anything because I think those count as basically weightless in terms of how the engine calculates them. I'm not sure. Is there anything else that I could have, need, want? I mean, we are going out of atmosphere. It would be nice to bring up a mystery goo, but I'm not gonna risk that. No, this is the up and out. It's staged appropriately, and then, yep, save it. Let's get Valentina some experience, because I was watching Hardcore Pawn, my YouTube series back, and every time that we flew Valentina, shit went tits up. It was not... There were always problems with Valentina's missions. So let's prove that that's not going to be an issue here today. And also, a very important thing that we need to do now, that I noticed is a thing now, is we can make it look nice. We could do like that. And then this one as well, and then we'll just leave the black at the bottom. Huh? Maybe we could have this one be like that. No, like maybe like Yeah. Okay, I like that. That's pretty. That's pretty. Save it and launch it. That's all we need to do, right? Tits up, literally. Yeah, I didn't want to. I realized that was kind of a thing, but I didn't. And then you drew attention to it. So now what can I do? Launch it. Let's get the up and out, and hopefully nothing goes wrong. It's a simple craft. It just needs to, break atmosphere. No big problem. Good luck. See, now that makes me nervous, DMCA official. And you're still using your troll account. Good luck on the crashing. No. That's when you say good luck, it sounds to me like you're saying good luck. And that's not, I don't need that. I don't need that right now. Ooh, okay, so step one. Step one. Was there a way to... No, it's just you learn to play with the... Give me a temperature scan then. Do that, and then can I just right click and collect the... I can't, can I? You have to get out, and... Okay, and then the camera's in a weirder position, sure, and then zoom me in, and then take the data out of there. You don't need to be a scientist to do that. And then board, and then I can get more temperature data, I guess from the atmosphere, once we get out of atmosphere. But other than that, it's just SAS, rockets to full. I didn't look at the TWR of this while I was building it either. I probably should have looked. You know what, we'll throttle down a bit, because it's going to be a pretty lightweight craft. That won't help the solid fuel, though. It's just going to go. This is actually my main account. I can't use other emails for Twitch, because long story about alt accounts. Okay, yeah. Let's not. I don't want to be an accomplice to anything. My not partnership is under threat from not having it. So, and actually not wanting it. We need to...
all right, are you ready, Pawn?
I guess. Are you in a hurry? Usually I call for you, and then...
Yeah, I'm making a run. Do you need anything from the liquor store?
Liquors? We're running a space program here.
Oh, no, I'm not getting alcohol.
What are you getting, then, Houston?
Toilet paper?
No one has toilet paper. That's bullshit. It doesn't exist anymore. COVID, buddy.
All right, I'm getting a jack. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. This is a lot, actually, to manage with the pressing of the buttons and then actually launching a craft. TWR here is actually kind of reasonable, and we should have cleared... We have cleared the contract that you can't see because it's under... But we've tested the hammer there. And this is actually good speed. The TWR is fine. Thank you, Germasian, for the 100 bits. This is decent. This is not... It's a little bit too fast for as low as we are. Hammer, don't hurt him. Please, hammer, don't hurt him. Okay, I'm gonna slow down because we're just still in the very dense portions of the atmosphere. And I just want to turn down the ball just ever so slightly. I'm just tapping. You can see it. It's down there. I'm just tappy as we get up to here. I don't really try to make a full-on hard turn down until after 10,000. I've been through the 1.04. You remember that one? You remember that release, the Kerbal Space Program, the 1.04? Oh, that was a thing. That actually happened. It was a lot of exploding in the atmosphere and flipping and things like that. Ooh. We've got reports to take, but since we can only take what we have once, we're going to wait until we're out of atmosphere for it. I'm still burning this nice and slow. What are we looking at in terms of apoaps? 60... Oh, shit. All right, well, turn it down a little bit more. And we'll get up to 72 and I'll stop. That should be fine. And then let's follow our prograde. Oh, well, our orbital prograde. So you guys are saying if I switch to maneuver mode, then I can watch my apoaps and my periaps rise. Very nice. Very nice. That'll be helpful.
So while most countries had people panic buying toilet paper, do you think the French were like stupid people, just wash your asses in a bidet?
Oh yeah, that would that certainly does solve that problem, doesn't it? I'm just gonna extend that I just like it when it's out like that. It's nice. But yeah, that's I've very much been a fan of the idea of shooting a certain temperature of water at my rectum. But I don't have that, and you know, it just shows you civilized nations didn't have the problem. It's just all of us animals out here. Especially in America. Stage TWR is also available by clicking the 3X by the stage number. It says Papa Bull Dust. I know that I could see it in the VAB. Can I, you're trying to get me to delete a stage or something. This is my first day as a live streamer. You know, it's Alt F4 has all of the best commands under it. I get it. Thanks. We're not trying to circularize. It takes 3400 DV to do so. But, you know, we've made it to space. Right? So let's push it out. Let's have some fun up here. Right? Maybe we can get to, like, the next ocean over before we come down with this craft. I am pushing the Apoaps far too far out. In fact, let's throttle down. I'll get up to the Apoaps, and then I'll start pushing at a more reasonable time. And we'll see how much of a, you know, in the direction of circularization we can get. Negative 450,000 on the periaps as of right now. You can see it behind me down there. Push that Apoaps. There we go. That's good. If I just pull it up a little bit more, it'll keep it in front of us as long as it can. And that is our lot, friends. Before I look at where we got, I'm going to need crew report. I'm going to need temperature scan. And apparently that's all I can get. Apparently that's all I can get here. But look at how nice Kerbin looks, huh? And look at how nice space looks. I got rid of the Astronomer's Pack Skybox because it's just too fucking busy. And it would have, with encoding on Twitch and live streams, it would have been a mess. But apparently that's all the science that I can get from where I am right now. Let's pull in the... retract the antenna for re-entry. And I suppose, actually, if I de-staged right now, we could get a little bit more time and space, technically. Let's do it. Yeah! Alright, so now, I could have used that as an ablator, though, you idiot. You could have been ablating with that. Let's do that, let's turn SAS off, and let's see how much distance we got with that 2400. So about, 1/5, 1/6 of the planet's circumference? Diaphragm? The radialuses? So hopefully we don't have so much speed here that the lack of having an, ablative shielding is a problem. I mean, we just went up and came down. We're 1,700 meters per second. I don't think you even get shock heating at 1,700. Oh God, everything's on. I mean, we're gonna get there, right? Oh God, everything's on fire is coming. Alt F12 for free everything, says Pony. Oh, that is true. Alt F4 for free Delta V. Open the pod bay door. I didn't have any pod bay doors here. We could just slowly spin. That's nice. We could also fizz warp to make this happen at a more reasonable rate. Yeah. And the spin it helps us control our descent and shave speed, and it's not just because Val really likes it. If you see her down there, she's pretty into it. She's not even getting vommy. Okay, that's the craft starting to get hot. Yes, that is a thing. Oh wow, that is a very hot craft. Valentina, don't die. Okay, she didn't die. We're fine. That was it was fine. And we're gonna come down on land, which is always good for like your first serious flight. Is if you have to land on land, because it's so much firmer than water, and it's good. It's when you sit down, you just you know that you're down on land is why that's a good thing. I'm just going to go back down to time warp none, and we're going to radar altitude. In fact, we have radar altitude in the, you said on the purpley button. If I went to like another thing here, no, do you, oh Jesus, what was that sound? Well, it wasn't us, and that's important. So that was the part of my ship that I threw away. Should be fine here. Should be fine. She's off her bow. What? Parachute safe to deploy? It is safe to deploy. Let's put it out now. Oh, shit. We're probably way too close. I should have opened that a little sooner. Slow us down, slow us down. So 100 and, yep, there you go. There you go. What is the altitude? We're fine. We were all of 200 meters from dying when that deployed. I did it good, and since we're coming down now, we'll go ahead and just extend that antenna, you know, for the pretties. For the pretties. You know, she's wanted to tune into, she's picking up some Netflix series she's been watching. Val, just bark your ear off with Netflix.
Did we not all switch to using 3 clamshells when the TP ran out?
I don't know how to use the 3 clamshells. And God damn it, that's a hard landing. But it's fine, apparently. It is fine. That was beautiful. Valentina, I want you to step out of the craft. I want you to get me an EVA report. Where are we? We're in the grasslands. Don't think a spacesuit was necessary here either. Apparently, well, you've just got fucking opinions about anything, everything, don't you, bitch? Take the data out of there, and then back in, and then we do a temperature scan landed. Quite pleasant. I thought so as well. And then I should be able to do a crew report from the grasslands as well. Overwrite the existing crew report. But yes, we still live in, you know, this is just how it works, and so we're always going to keep it that way land, where you got to get out, take the data, then reboard, and now you can take a second crew report, because, you know, it's her thoughts and observations. So how could she possibly have them if there wasn't room in the capsule for her observations? Crew report. That's her assessment of the situation. Thank you very much. Is that it? That's all of it, right? We can't do like we can't collect samples. If I were to come down off the thing, it wouldn't. We haven't unlocked that yet. We'd have to pay in, and that's not going to happen as long as I'm running this space program. I don't pay for anything. You guys can you guys can foot the bill on that. That's it. That's the mission. It's done, and we have achieved both of our tasks. Up there at the top right, you kind of half see it behind the things that I've got in a place that doesn't quite work for Kerbal Space Program, does it? Good. You can take multiple crew reports? How did I not know this? Right? Because, you have to get out and then remove the data from the capsule and then put it back in, and because you took it out and put it back in, now it's sorted alphabetically, and now she's got room to think. I don't know what the hell the premise is behind that, but we now have 43.4 science off of that mission, as well as 147,300 Kerbins. This is good. This is going, you know, nobody's dead. We're accomplishing the goals. We're not overreaching. I haven't even tried for orbit yet. Let's go get the try for orbit mission, which is always fun in hard mode with a limited supply of equipment. So we'll orbit Kerbin. Is there anything else we could do whilst? Whilst we are there. Roninpawn, go to Elu. That's slightly past my goals there. And Pony's saying, okay, now go to Duna. All right, well, they haven't given me the mission yet, so I can't. It's not allowed. But, you know, I could do it in the original VAB with, like, the, what is it, like, 18-ton weight limit and 30 parts. I could get to Duna. Throwing a pot over here. But I'm not going to. I don't want to show off. What's the heat shield? It's not worth much. Use the run test option at the launch site. We could do that free, and it's free money.
You will be able to unlock a part later that helps with the collection of science.
Oh, good. Good. Let me know when it comes along. These are exactly the kind of mission I was talking about that I would almost never do. I just wouldn't do them. Maybe when I started building planes, I'd go out and have some fun, but you get these conduct an observational survey of Kerbin missions, and maybe they've changed, but in the past I remember them being very bitchy about where they wanted it to be taken, and it's not just about, like, the height, but, like, the radius of area around Kerbin, and they give you these missions when all you have is rockets without landing legs. And it's like, what? It seems like some of them used to, maybe they've fixed it, but we'll do one of those. It's not yet. Ferry 3 tourists, don't have any room for them, but thank you for suggesting it. Test the flea in flight over Kerbin. This heat shield thing's worth 1,000. The flea's worth a lot more, but it's they want us to run it at an altitude where why would I drag a flea up to 61,000? For 6,750 Kerbins. Well, I don't need it yet, so let's just do the heat shield, because we're going to need one of those for our re-entry craft if we're going to try and orbit Kerbin. Yeah, so it'll be there. Okay. free money. Free money is how we look at it. Do you still start without decouplers? You do start without decouplers, but we've already bought them because it's like in the first tier that you get. It was this tier. So Engineering 101, boom, we do have decouplers, but you do start without them. Nobody. Nobody 1707. I am no one, number 1707, which I guess gives me an identity. Shit, this premise has fallen. We only have 43.4 science, which means I can get 2 of these, but not 3. So stability would be radial decouplers and nothing else that matters yet. Survivability would be give me a heat shield. I've already got the heat shield for the 1.25 meter because I took that test, which means I don't have to unlock this right now. It would give me better parachutes, landing legs, and another piece of science, which would be nice to bring up, but also that would complicate the mission. I don't know. General rocketry gives me the Reliant, a big old solid fuel booster, and fuel tank. Basically, if I got this to use, then I would also need the radial decoupler. And since I've already got that, let's... That's a lot of good things. I mean, we don't need the radiator. And the service bay, it just ends up being a problem, doesn't it? It makes a simple mission so much more fucked. These two, I don't need the... I kind of need all 3 of them, don't I? I think we could get away without doing this. I kind of like the idea of the challenge of that, too. So if I got you... That would be, leave me with 23, and then I could get the 18. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Because we want the bigger fuel tanks, and we want that. The Reliant we don't want, because it doesn't have any gimbling. We're going to need gimbling at this point in our lives. And then these are all too expensive. So I think I'm going to get these 2 and not get the science yet, because we do have the heat shield unlocked for the experiment, which is great timing. So I will just take those 2, and we will go to orbit without without parachutes. It's good. It's good. Blargface 102. We've got 1 parachute, the one that came down at 5.5 meters per second in a pod that I think destroys itself at 6 meters per second. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Blargface 102. Thank you for the subscription. It's a 9-month streak. Sup? Us in a minute. In a minute, we will be sup. General rocketry is one to go for just for the bigger fuel tank, so you don't have to spend as many parts. Me too, I agree. I like going for science first just so I don't miss anything easy like flying through Atmore or something. Well, with the mod that I'm running for science, I think that will help us not forget, you know, when I start focusing on it. That's the thing, is like starting out a career mode, if you try and do everything, well, for me, when I try and do everything, people die. People die. So 003... round the blue marble. It's still a blue marble, you know, just because little green men are here doesn't mean that it's not a blue marble. So, here's the thing. We've been here for an hour now. We're about to build the orbital ship. What if we took a live stream break? What if we took a live stream break instead of building the orbital ship? Because I need to, hang on, because the audio doesn't go, I have to manually turn the audio. So we take a live stream break. We come back in 7 minutes. I will be bringing a beer. I invite you to as well. You know, unless you're underage, in which case you're not allowed to be here. Get out, Kappa. But yeah, we're gonna take a 7-minute live stream break opportunity to pee, grab a snack, grab a beer, like I'm gonna do. Meet me back here in 7 minutes, probably less. I might rush it. And we will carry on in Kerbal Space Program. In the meanwhile, listen to this ear-grating version of the Kerbal Space Program theme music. Pawn not out! It didn't play. Let's try that again. And now it's not. You're not. Please fucking do the thing. And now, where are we? Are we even... Where was you scrolled somewhere that I wasn't before. Okay, do it this time. Do it this time. Pawn not out! Hello, I am the Roninpawn, and welcome back to twitch.tv/Roninpawn livestream. On twitch.tv/Roninpawn, our first day returning to Kerbal Space Program. I haven't even bitched that much yet. I'm going to. We'll see. The game's been, behaving nicely. You guys have been giving me reasonable explanations for some of my complaints. Hello, character. Character. And I see you guys saying that the tooltip says the module can handle 14 meters per second. Okay, I was saying 6, and that's probably true actually for the other capsule if I just stop the music and come back in. We are building our first orbital craft. That's what we're on to now. We've gotten through the first 3 missions that you do, but this guy has an impact tolerance of... 12 meters per second. That's not bad. And then you say 14. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I must be thinking about, the other things that explode so frequently when I'm building something. There's definitely things with 6 meter per second impact time. Maybe it's the fuel tanks. I don't know. So is this default aerodynamics or is FAR installed? No, default aerodynamics. We are in hard mode, however, so I don't know if that turns anything up. I noticed that, like, the heating stays the same across the different versions, and that is good design. The heating should just be the heating, Don't mess with that. Don't make it harder. Unless you want to, and then go ahead and rake that slider up, but not in the default settings and stuff. It used to be 12 way back when, but it acted like it was 6. Maybe that's what I'm remembering. I've got so much history with this game, and it's not all great. In fact, a lot of it is not great. It's beautiful, Pong. You should have, you know what you should do? What? You should just don't save this. Just open up the up and out, load her up, and then, rip everything off of it. And then boom, I've got my thermometer, I've got my antenna, and I got and then there's a couple, and we know that this can come back. The thing that it's going to need, and that we're supposed to test when we get out to the launch pad, because we took a very wise contract here that you can't really see. Can I drag these array? Oh, I can shorten it, and then it does fit. I'll put it right up to there. Is to test the heat shield 1.25, which means I didn't actually have to buy into having the heat shield. So we've got it. Thank God it's the right size. For a minute there I was like, oh God, did I get the wrong size? But see, you got the heat shield, and then you got this, and I will put it right up against there, because we don't need the Sonic the Hedgehog pattern. We don't need Green Hill Zone 1 on our spaceship. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. So we're just trying to orbit Kerbin and test the heat shield. All we should need then is a bunch of fuel. Bunch of fuel. We need in fact, I've got this pulled up for us. We need about 3,400 Delta V to get into an orbit around Kerbin. I've got the Delta V map right up here, and I looked up like the one that fit the screen nicest. And this is a good looking Delta V map. I presume this is not out of date significantly, or that they haven't changed anything. I've actually been able to do Kerbin orbit just in testing with less than 3,400. So 3,400 is with a little bit of wiggle room. And I did the orbit and got everybody back alive, and they were tourists. So you know how much I cared about whether or not they came back alive. Give me probably another one, and maybe even one more. I don't want it to be too tall if we can avoid it. We will be using the swivel, not the Reliant, as of yet. I do like the Reliant for the fact that it gives you more TWR, but it has no gimbaling, or very little gimbaling if it has any. It doesn't, you can't control where the damn spaceship is going when you're using it. Is a bit of a problem there. So with this, we've already got 2,211 meters per second. I think we're going to need more out of that liquid fuel stage than that. 2,400, and then what's our weight? We're going to have to keep an eye on that as I build, because I do have an 18-ton limit on the weight here. And I'm being called by a 1-800 number, so have a nice day. We're going to want the radial decouplers, and I'm going to try and tack some, maybe just 2. We'll see if just 2 of the big ones will do this for us the way we want.
Some parts have multiple textures. Right-click on part.
I played with that already. But yeah, I do like playing with this. When we get to the end of it, we'll make it look pretty. But yes, thank you. I had discovered that. The thumpers? How much do the thumpers weigh? 7.65, so 2 of them would put me over, so I can't do thumpers. I could do hammers, which would be about 7 tons for 2 of them. 2 hammers. No, hammer, don't hurt them. So those hammers, if we fire them, and then this, gets us up to 3,100. That's not in orbit as of yet. So, how much did you guys weigh again? 3.5. I don't have 3.5 to spend. If I put a flea on there, a couple, well, that would be 3 more tons, and you don't have 3 tons to spend, you just said. Yeah. And then any lack of symmetry would totally screw us up. So it's just got to get done by the liquid fuel, I suppose, then. How's our TWR in that stage? TWR is 1.79 on the liquid fuel stage already, which is kind of low. I mean, it's actually right in the butter zone. You want to be right around 1.8 in my experience. My experience may not really have any merit or virtue. It's been so long since we've done this, but I want you guys lower. If we could sit on you on the pad, that would be nicer to me. Slide you down. 2 of you can be like that. You probably shouldn't flex inward like that. You'll be fine. We could do, what if a third? No, because you don't have the room for that. Shit. This is actually already kind of difficult because of the liquid fuel. I mean, as long as we have a positive TWR and we make enough speed with the solid fuel, then there's a maybe to whether... See, this is what I would bitch about in the way that they do the TWR. All the stages that I've just been working with are now, they collapsed. I don't want them collapsed. Just leave them open. Don't make me double click, but they do. It does. 3250, still not enough enough delta V, and we're down to a 1.6 TWR on the liquid fuel stage, and these aren't going to last long. What if we traded out liquid fuel for solid fuel? You know, if I pulled 2 of you off, made the whole craft lighter weight, and then could I get a third hammer on here? And if I were to do that, then actually I would do it opposite, because I would like to put fins on here. So have this good and low, so that we'll sit on those on the pad. We are overweight, and I didn't put them on in the right way, but we can deal with the overweightness. It's not enough. Liquid fuel more efficient than solid fuel, so that's not going to do it for us either. Shoot. How many parts are we at, too? Well, we got lots of parts. Parts aren't a problem for you yet, Pawn. Okay, so we would sit on those. How do I get enough fuel for this? How do I get the TWR that I need? I mean, there's nothing on here that's extraneous. Well, there is, actually. We do not need all of that ablator. I can pull probably down to 80 and still be fine.
Be sure to adjust the thrusters. Right-click on thruster.
Yeah, thrust limiting, we'll get to that once I solve this whole TWR issue. Oh, we're really close after I pulled some of the weight off of the ablator. In fact, we could probably go down lower if there were no ablator. Yeah, it doesn't well, wait. Does it take a minute to update? I swear there is, yeah, the weight of the ablator does have an impact, but not enough for us as of yet. We don't need that antenna. But that's 0.005 tons, Pawn. It's nothing. We're at 17.72. And now we're overweight. And then if I pulled liquid fuel out... Boy, we get almost nothing out of that. You know what we could do is empty the monoprop out of here. That'll save us a little bit of weight. 18.04. Yeah, I'm still not... I'm surprised. Like, can I not get a friggin' orbit with this kind of a thing? if I went for like an asparagus staging kind of a thing, maybe a second stage, yeah, we might need an extra stage here. But I don't have, like, lower weight. If I have to tack another engine on, that's going to be problematic. So I guess we could just drop liquid fuel
Dump
tanks.
some of the solid fuel.
Dump some of the solid fuel to get under and have more liquid fuel. That's an idea. In fact, could I... If I took you guys off, and then I put on the bigger guys like this... And don't worry, we'll reposition them if it you know, seems to be of benefit. I don't think it will be. But so we're way over fuel there, but if we drop fuel out of here until we're below, but just below, 17.245 and 3100, yeah, it's not really worth it. Oh shit. There we go. That's where I want to be. I think what we're gonna do is drop liquid fuel. Oh, but I don't have fuel transfer. I don't have transfer lines for moving fuel around. Jesus, you can't get an orbit in this without more... This is shocking to me. If this is the case, I mean, I could put on the Reliant, which would give us more, but that means I won't be able to control the fucking thing as we go up, and then we don't have... These winglets don't have, like, control authority to them, so yeah, if I put the Reliant on, we would be controlling basically by the reaction wheels and just our hope for living. That's all we would have. Pong, you got enough, just launch it. You think I got enough with 3,330 meters per second? It's gonna be super fucking close, and we'll probably leave the pilot in orbit. You just want me to screw up a mission, don't you? How many, like, don't save it. So we're on craft 3. 003, round the blue marble is what we'll call it. Is there anything else I can do? I've drained the monoprop. I have reduced the ablator to 80, which is probably still more than we need. I can get away with 60. Gets us up to 3340 meters per second, delta V. That is, wait, but that's atmospheric, right? That's gonna be the thing. This is at altitude. In vacuum, we've got 4190 at sea level. So we do have enough, probably there. We probably have excess, in fact. So then, now that I've done that, because I'm not thinking about being in vacuum and being able to finish the burn, the question is the TWR 1.63 and 2.28. Let's do a little thrust limiting on here so that we're not blasting off with Team Rocket. It takes a minute for the friggin' thrust limiter to update, too. The TWR to update when you change the thrust limiting. 1.79... 1.79 is pretty good, actually, for a liftoff, I think. It's not going to do much. There's not much fuel between these two, really. They're going to burn out pretty goddamn quick. I doubt we get even 3 kilometers out of it. But, that's a ship, then. That is a ship. Who's in the cockpit right now? Alright, we're trading back and forth in terms of pilots, and I really do need pilots right now for the SAS. So, Jeb did the first mission, Val did the second. Jeb's gonna try and take this orbital, and also, the life of Jeb is just less valuable to me, generally speaking, so I think that's a good idea. If you end up in orbit, you can always deorbit with Kerbal power. That's true. Round the blue ball. Oh, you're right. You are right. You are right, Pony. Round the blue ball. Ball. Okay, so save that craft. I think we're ready to go. Wait, check your staging, because you've been looking at it for one thing and you need it for the other. So first we do those, and we drop the solid fuel as we kick on, and then we drop that, and then we come back with the thing, and this is below in the ablator we should be fine. Alright, I think we're good. And I gotta test the ablator on the launch pad. That's why we were allowed to do this. Why I'm allowed to have the ablator. Although, I could just not, and then we wouldn't have to buy the ablator tier.
Can you add a third SRB under the rocket core? Just straight up 2 kilometers for the extra efficiency.
I would have to drop the liquid fuel, because we're working under the 18-ton limit there, but with 3333 or whatever it was that we had, and considering that at some point we will be in space while doing this, I think we'll be fine. So SAS on, throttle to full. Let me get these things open for me. We do need to... I'm going to test the heat shield. Okay? Which means if this mission goes wrong and I did test the heat shield, then that means we can't launch this again and we'd need more science. Oh, God. But I'm going to test the heat shield. Run the test. Boom. Heat shield is now tested. The other thing I'm going to do is F5 from here, just in case the game glitches. Not me. It's not you know, I'm going to do good. But if the game has a problem, then we'll do that. Houston, could you give us a countdown?
Yeah, Pawn, I'm back. I got toilet paper and paper towel and fifth of Jack and some hand wash.
Well, thank you for taking care of our COVID preparedness. It's important all these Kerbals have washed hands.
Yeah, it turns out the pandemic actually doesn't affect them. They're little green men. So.
All right. Well then, I want you to get on eBay and start selling all the masks and gloves and stuff that I bought, because I bought them early and the value has gone way up.
Will do. In 3, 2, 1, fire!
We're up and away. We're up and away.
Roninpawn.
Thank you, piece of scabies. Up and away, and the solid fuel is burning slow. I mean, it's sipping through it, which is nice. I don't have a lot of control authority right now, so I'm just trying to make little adjustments to get us turned in the direction that we want to go, which is the east. Just a little bit, just ever so much. Coming to the bottom of these solid fuel thrusters shortly. Trying to keep it from... It wants to go to the north, and I don't want it going to the north. We made a little bit too much speed on that. I'm gonna slow us down. I'm not gonna slow us down. I'm just gonna try and reduce the amount at which we are gaining speed. But wow, we actually made a really good height off of those. I'm surprised. I think we absolutely do have enough liquid fuel to make this work. We're high enough now. I'm still, you know, reasonably afraid of toppling the ship, so I don't want to turn down too much, but I do want to start turning down. Could turn on the F-12, the aerodynamic forces, and get a good look at what's going on, but that would be cheating. It wouldn't. It would be fine. We'd all be just completely comfortable with that. Let's get the maneuver node information out so I can see my apoaps as it's climbing. Oh, that's so convenient. It's so convenient instead of jumping out to map mode. That said, I've been playing Kerbal for so long, I kind of do like the dance of jumping out to map mode and looking and then coming back and jumping out and looking. I mean, it's bad design, it's bad game design without this feature that's now here, so it's no longer bad game design. But I'm used to it. I like it. I've actually had a pretty good launch here. That was a very steady and smooth turn down the ball that's going to put us into orbit without wasting a lot of our fuel. In fact, I'm going to crank up our rocket now, and then to about 72 kilometers. Very nice. That was beautiful. It was smooth, buttery. Darth Analyst really just wants something to explode now. We'll give it a second. It's Kerbal Space Program. That could happen at any time. In fact, we'll just F5 from here. It could happen for no reason and at any time, as you well know. So here we are. Kerbin, 72.6 kilometer apoaps, and we just need to circularize this thing, and we're in. Do we have, like, Delta V information? What's this? Advanced orbital info is locked. I can't use it. We have Delta V information. We got 1745 meters per second, showing right there, apparently, based on what we've already spent. That's good. They really did make Kerbal Engineer kind of outmoded. We do have the ability to take new science data. We've already been to space before, so yeah. Go ahead and give me a temperature scan. Thank you. And go ahead and take that crew report. There's basically all the science we're going to collect on this mission, I think, because we've already been to space, so get high altitude kind of stuff. And here we go. We're coming up to our, to space. 70 kilometers. We are now in space. I'm just going to turn down the ball, and I'm going to go out to map mode, and we're going to wait as we approach the apoaps here until it's a good time to fire. You want to keep the apoaps just out in front of you while you do an orbit. Most efficient way is to just keep it just barely ahead of you, which can be kind of difficult to do as it starts to rush in. But I'm going to go ahead and start up the engines and just hold the apoaps out in front of me. I'm going to crank them up. And if the apoapsis starts to overtake you while you are doing this burn, just nose up a little bit. Just nose up a little bit as you push on that apoapsis. Periapsis at negative 300 kilometers right now, and then nose back down if it starts to run away on you. Something like that, something like that. You can also slow the engine down. Where are we? Oh, we've got a periapsis. We've got a periapsis. It's over here. No need to really be that friggin' precise at this point, but fuck it. Let's push that periapsis up. Just doing a little light burn to 72, and we have ourselves our first orbit of Kerbin circularization. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, achieve orbit around Kerbin? Indeed. Have we done it? We've friggin' done it. Make it to Duna yet, says Rex? Almost there. Nearly. Just a couple of, I'm gonna burn for it shortly, and then we'll be there. How's the launch has been going, Pawn? Any explosions? None yet, sadly. I mean, good for, that was, importantly, none. No, it's been great. We're gonna F5 from here now that we are in orbit, and I'm going to do my best to try and get us to come down somewhere near the KSC, even though it would be more valuable to us to land somewhere that's not the KSC for the science. I'm gonna try and put us down on land over here, I guess. Boy, that's a bad idea, Paul. Yeah, don't, with the first orbital mission, don't F around. Aim for the KSC. It's fun. It's fun to try and get it back to where you started, isn't it? No boom? No boom today? Boom tomorrow? There's always a boom tomorrow? There's gonna be a boom, sooner or later. Peg the throttle at T-11 to apoapsis. Really? Is that how you do it? Huh. I just, slowly and calmly, manipulate it, if you know what I mean. So, we're gonna warp around the planet. I can't get the Kerbal out to take any more science readings at this point. We have to unlock new facilities and new abilities in order to do that. By the way, this is what it would look like on the dark side of Kerbin with all of the mods I've got installed. Ain't she pretty? Ain't she pretty? Oh, but she's pretty. All right, and then. So if we're gonna try and come back at the KSC, Pawn, have you played this before or something? First try, first run. Never did it. Never. So there's the KSC. Yeah, over there. We want to come down, I think, around. I want to have my periapsis when I'm coming down at around 35 kilometers. It tends to be a nice, slow, safe descent from what I recall, anyway. And I want to, if I want to come down at the KSC, I want to be a little bit more than a quarter of a turn around the planet, if I recall. In fact, like, right there, I don't want to land in those mountains. Well, you'd get better data. Yeah, if I didn't die, I'd get better data from being in the mountains. We'll try it here. We'll try it here. So we're actually almost a third of a turn away from the... No, keep going. Keep going. I never knew this. It's not like I read something. It's just I got my own opinion about it, having tried it several times. So let's get on our retrograde here. Right on the retrograde. Very nice. And we're just going to burn the periapsis down to 35 kilometers. Ready? So it's falling. 69. You can also read it over my shoulder over there if I just pull my arm in and twist myself a little bit. We're just going to burn that periapsis down to around 35 kilometers. And 39, 38, 37, 35. 35069. Alright. Alright. So yeah, that's that. That's basically that, and we don't need this fuel tank with us on our way back. It will change our periapsis a little bit to burst it off, because, you've got delta V in the explosion of decoupling, but I'm going to do that anyway. So, F5. Okay. 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 We're good. We're good. So now we'll just warp until we hit atmosphere. I much prefer the camera mode where the planet is under you. What are we at in terms of phys warp right now? None. Okay, so let's go up to 3 times phys warp, and I'm going to turn SAS off. I'm going to go down phys warp, and I'm going to try and get us actually turn the SAS back on. I'm going to try and get us facing our retrograde. And the other thing that I'll do, just for fun, I don't know if it'll even come up here, but I remember this being a thing. I can activate navigation on the KSC, which will put the KSC on the nav ball if it ever becomes of use to us. But by dropping our periapsis to 35 kilometers, now that we're in atmosphere and the atmosphere is slowing us down, you see that it's dropping more, and it will drop until we hit the planet. And that's how science does. And look, there's the moon! We're gonna have to come and see you at some point, moon! It'll be lovely, or awful, as it usually is with the moon. So SAS, and then off, and then go ahead and fizz warp me, and hopefully the atmosphere will just take us and hold us on our retrograde shortly here. We are now at 4 times fizz warp, with fingers crossed that the game doesn't implode, or in fact, I'll F5 here. That the game doesn't implode or anything. Goodbye, moon. Nice seeing you and everything. In fact, one more look. It's so Kerbal can be pretty if you just install 1,000 fucking mods, but it can be very pretty. Jab, it's important that you come back here. We see that the ablator is losing its ablates because it is absorbing the shock heating of re-entering the atmosphere for us right now. So it's important to have enough ablator. I only left 60 on here, so hopefully 60 is enough from a low, slow Kerbin orbit. I think so. Fizz warp is a lot safer than it used to be, says nobody. I still don't trust it, though. I remember the Kraken. Yes, it's hard to forget the Kraken. I'm gonna, in fact, now that we're entering some actual heating effects, I'm gonna drop us down to 3 times fizz warp, and then 2, and then 1 at some point, probably. How are we doing on our attempt to hit the Space Center? We're going well past it right now, is what it looks like, but, this is always dropping and always dropping and always dropping, so we'll wave to the KSC as we pass over it. It's going to be down here somewhere, somewhere down there. Is that the island? I think that's the island airstrip. Let's go ahead and just slow that down. How's the ablator doing? 40. We don't have any heating ticks. The ablator is taking all of the heat away for us, which is nice. Is that where's the KSC actually? I'm not sure where we are. With the clouds and everything, kind of hard to see. I turned off the city lights. Why are they still there? Did we make it over the mountain? Where are we? Yes, okay. We're coming down in the ocean. That's very, very nice. It's just lovely. Let's go ahead and F5 again. The ablator got down to 35, so we could have gone even lower on the ablator and its weight than we did. If we started at 60, we could have done it at 40 or even 30, because we probably could have sustained a little bit of heat shock to the actual capsule itself without dying. But this is good. They'll be able to just sail out and come pick us up. It's not like this is an entire ocean. We're almost to the next continent. No, that's not. It's not what you're seeing. Don't pay no attention to it. We can also pull up the parachute overlay here, and it will tell you if it's safe to deploy. It'll say safe. You can also see that visibly over here in terms of the color of the parachute, but I don't trust that. Oh, look at, we're going through the clouds, through the cloud cover. So pretty. Right before we died, this is what it looked like. Remember that, everybody. We've got 4 kilometers to the surface, so what we can do at this point, too, is we could jettison the heat shield, but it tends to just stick to you until the parachute comes out. But the heat shield is weight. So when the parachute deploys fully, the heat shield should drop away. And that is weight that, might impact how hard you hit the surface of whatever you're hitting. That said, there is a heat shield down there, and that should absorb some of the impact for you. So I don't know. It's just a thing you can do if you don't want the money for the heat shield, which I guess in hardcore mode I probably shouldn't have. I think I wanted the money. Look at how nice Kerbin's water looks, with the camera being off at an angle and everything. It's Dutch angles don't tend to imply good things are about to happen, so I'm not sure that I really should have a Dutch angle going on right now. 300 meters from the surface, we're at 4 times fizz warp just to get us down when we get near to splashing in the water. I will not trust fizz warp, and I don't recommend that you do. I recommend that you hit the water in regular fizz mode, and maybe even that you hit F5 before you do. Can't quick save while about to crash. I'm not about to crash. You're not about to crash, Jeb. You're fine. 5.2. See? I wasn't about to crash, dick. I think there's science we can get. I don't know if we've actually splashed down. Have we splashed down in water yet? I think every time I kind of fuck that up. EVA. If I take the data out of there, and then I take the data out of the thermometer, and then I store it all again, an EVA report from here is worth something, even though the science thing didn't say it, so we can't trust that. Mod. Cool. And then you get back on board, and now it shows us that there are things that we could do. A crew report from the water worth 1.2, and a temperature scan 1.9 as well, and that should be all of the data. Jebediah, you did great. Excellent work. I'm surprised you're not dead, as are we all. Bring it back in, buddy. Remember when water equals instant death? That was the thing. Especially if you dared to try land a plane on it. And, remember, especially for like Sonic the Hedgehog, man, water in the modern games, instant death. Instant death. We got 34, we're up to 34 science, which means we can afford the tier that we needed to be able to afford after this, because it's got the ablator in it that we just borrowed from, you know, a research job. It's always useful to sort of troll those research jobs for something that you want and don't have yet. But we're up to 227,000 Kerbins, and Jebediah, having orbited the planet, has advanced to level 1. He actually learned something from that, so he should be able to do something else now. I don't know. Maybe he can focus on his retrograde instead of just his prograde, or maybe he wasn't able to do that at all, and now he can. I'm not sure. But look, we've come to the end of day 1, I think. Is this... Yeah, day 1, hour 9. The sun is setting. Beautiful. Brilliant timing. I can't believe things are going well. We should have exploded several times before now. We should be, like, desperate for, you know, crew. I'm running low. I'm sending, you know, Bob on missions or something. But no, here we are, and we've gotten through the beginning of the game. And at a record pace of 1 hour and 40 minutes. Remember when they were invulnerable if they landed on their head? Yeah, are they not anymore? Shit, that was my plan for landing on... Oh, God. Remember your helicarrier? I do not recall those events, sir. Remember when Kerbals didn't have their own chutes and you had to get them to jump at just the right time to bounce? Oh, that's right, I saw that in the right click now. They do have their own chutes, don't they? They're not invulnerable anymore, but they do have a parachute, so aren't they still? I don't know. Helmet first landings did make it easier. So we've already got the Explore the Moon mission, like, up and active. We could take that, but I do want to do some of this crap that I don't like to do, and I do like the tourist missions. I think they're nifty. I'll tell you what. Let's go over here and see what we can get with science first. We're gonna need survivability at this point, and we'll get the barometer there, which will earn us more science, so let's unlock that. And then what else we've got? Well, I can't afford anything here. Can't afford... Okay, so that's good to know that I can't afford anything there. What do you want me to do again? Because I don't think I could do a tourist contract if I wanted to, because we don't have, you know, a two-man pod at this point. Hull, test in flight, and hull, nobody gives a shit. Explore the moon is a lot. How much? Just a flyby? You just want to do a flyby of the moon? Let's look at the surveys and shit at the tracking station. See if there's something that's easy and that makes sense, because a lot of them aren't. Oh, hello. Hi again. It's the tracking station. Thanks. I could have swore I've already been here a number of times. Maybe not. Elman Surprise is altitude above 18.7. I don't know what you do there. If I click on it, it doesn't tell me, so that's not helpful. Don't want to have to fly that far away from the Space Center. We're launching here. Kiram's miscalculation, above 18.9, above 18.7. Alright, so Elman and Kiram, let's go see what they want me to do.
Get your free science from the runway.
I don't want it yet. I mean, that's a lot of science to earn too, you know, get up to 40. I don't want to. Like, we'll scrape the barrel when we need it. But I don't need it yet. I don't need it yet. Thank you for the cheer. You know me, this is how I gotta have some, like, standards for myself to make this not... To give us a chance to explode and die. So, with the... And your...
There's a two-man Soyuz-style command pod. Put that under a normal pod for the pilot for easy space tourism.
I presume I haven't unlocked that yet, though, Groggles, right? We just unlocked, you know, we've just got the first 3 in the 15 to 20 tier, right? So I presume I don't have it. Where are these? Kiram's miscalculation is take a crew report, and then this one is take a crew report. It wasn't Morik's, it was Elman's. So they're all crew reports. This is worth 4,500. This is for 4,456. Shall we try it? I want to try, like, one of these missions, even though I don't usually bother with them, just to find out if they are as bullshit as I think they are. Let's see if you can actually do it without building a plane, is basically the thing. So I'm just going to take that because that's all we're going to do, unless I took both of them. And then we tried to do both of them. They're not that far away from me. If I had a craft that could... And then we ditch it. It's not worth it, Pawn. Let's do that. Let's try and do both of them at once. Let's try and do both of them at once. We'll see. You might have it. I think it's just the ball capsule. The ball capsule? I don't think the ball capsule is a two-man. I think you unlock a two-man version of it. Crew capacity 1. Yeah, and I think you do unlock a two-person version of that module eventually. Do I have probes or anything? No, I don't have probes, so yeah. We'll get around to that, though. So, new craft. New craft? New craft. Go to utilities? Utilities. Wait, are you utilities? Utilities. Yeah, we haven't unlocked. We've just got parachutes. And I will want that radial mount. So we're going to try and build a spaceship that just flies us over to a couple of different places at 20 kilometers and then takes some readings. Sounds like a good idea, right? Just build a rocket and then shoot it up to 20k and do some intense maneuvers, and that'll be that. That's a good idea, Pawn. So if it's going to be very... Yeah, let's use this... Let's use this swivel to give me more control authority. That's 1,403. I don't need much. You know, I wouldn't need much. What if I did one of these? I feel like one of these, maybe? 1,628. We do have to get to 20k, Pawn. Okay. No, you're right. Just give me more than what I think I need. Sure. Alright, that's 2,000 meters of delta V before I add all the weight that's going to have to be there, and then it'll need more. But that's fine. We're going to want to be able to decouple, because I don't want to have to try and land this thing. Do I have landing legs? They'd be under structural, right? Yeah, I don't think I've got landing legs yet. So there's that. Yeah, I'm not going to try and land it. Give me a parachute. One of those with just decoupling, and then we just fly a guy over, right? That's all you do. You just fly a guy over. So you got that, and then you got that, and there's your staging. Is there anything more that needs to... They were both crew reports, right? I got the missions right here if I drag them down. Crew report above 18.9 and above 18.7 at these two positions out there. They'd be under landing. They've got a landing thing now? Ground. We do have landing struts. I don't want to try and land this son of a bitch. I don't want to... Impact tolerance 10. I don't want... No. Okay, let's have some fins, though. For just control authority all over the thing. And this will be, this is the 5th ship that we've made? Is it 5th? It's probably the 5th, right? And this is, the crew hopper, because it's taking crew reports, it's hopping around. Can we do that in 1900 meters per second of delta V? So I've got those two contracts. Let's see if I can do the crew report. Oh, I can only take one crew report unless I land and unless I land, get out, and then pull the crew report out and put it back. Wait. Don't we have a new science thing that might do that for us? No. But we can attach a barometer and get new data that we haven't had before. And just in case we come down in a place where it's useful to take some thermometer readings, I'll have one of these on either side. But yeah, I won't be able to do the crew reports because I can't take two unless they can get out, grab the crew report, get back in. Right? So I guess we're going to try and land it. That might change the fundamental design of this thing, too. I might try and make it more squat. I don't have fuel transfer. You can't, Pawn. Okay, well... See, and these don't even go down far enough to be able to land the fucking thing. I mean, I can force them to be low and stuff, but it just feels cheaty and stuff. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I could also build... I could, you know, get silly. And with structural parts. Where the fuck are the structural parts? You know, this is how we used to make landing legs. I don't like it. I don't like it. Upgrade the crew. To be able to take multiple crew reports. I think we just have to launch it twice. I think it's the safest way to do it. Just to launch it twice. I don't need to get myself killed, you know? I don't need to get, well... I'm thinking about sending Bob. He's a scientist. He doesn't have SAS or anything. I'm thinking about sending him, and that's who's gonna get killed. What if I did that and tried to make it a we can recover the lower stage even though we dropped it kind of a thing. So it's safe for the pilot, but this all comes back. How much does this cost? It only costs 6,000 Kerbins. We can save some money, make some money off of that. I think this is gonna be the thing. And I think Bob being a scientist, maybe he can do 2 crew reports. I doubt it. Pawn, I'm going to take the safe way. Twitch, who are you and what did you do with Pawn? Quoth Pawn, I'm going to take the safe way. Twitch, who are you and what did you do with... This is not safe. I just put a scientist in the cockpit seat of a rocket that is meant to just fly around and get crew reports, and I don't know if he'll even be able to, like, collect it. I'll be able to get one of them, if I can fly him there. And he's only got 1,800 meters per second of Delta V. Save it, and I think we're ready to launch it. But no, you're not, because you get the... Yeah, actually, when you drop that stage, you want the parachutes to fire as you drop that stage. Hopefully they will fire with the staging. And then this will allow me to come back. Okay, here we go. He's got fins, it's fine. He can't use SAS since you don't have an SAS module and he's not a pilot. Right. That's why it's not safe. But I mean, it's just, we just gotta like hover. We just gotta get up there a little bit and... Bob isn't a valuable Kerbal when you get down to it, that sort of a thing. Hey, we got new information. Atmospheric pressure scan. From the pad. That's probably not going to make it home, Bob. And then can you have to get out to reset, just like everybody. Well, that makes you really fucking useful to me. So take the data out of there, and then pop back in. There's some science for us already, 2.2. Now, on the map, oh good, it's getting dark out too. Where would I want to go first? I guess I'd go here first because the planet is spinning under us. It'll be easier for me to get back to that one. So, activate navigation for Elman's surprise. Insights LG gifting some amount of... Hey, let me click this button over here so I can see. Insights LG gifting 5 subs. And then... Let's see. 5 subs to Llama by Day, So Karen, The Scully KO... Roki Games, and Sir Robro. Welcome to the Big Dick Club, everybody. Compliments of Insights. Thank you so much, Insights. Let's get closer to 200. Let's not. Let's not. So I can't turn SAS on, which means I have to steer this ship. I may actually want fine controls for this. Oh, God. F5. The sun is going down, so we really need to get underway.
You know, the sun is going down. You better really get underway.
Okay, well then give us a launch, Houston.
In 3, 2, fun. Hang on, just a little bit of, you know what? No, that was probably a good idea. Just leave the throttle down. Fire! Okay, so you can take off when you want to.
That was a good idea, Houston. All right, let's just... Here we go. We're up and away into the wild blue yonder. Here we go over the sea. We really do need to go over the sea because where we're heading is just over there somewhere. I guess you don't see it on this particular... Slowly, Pawn. Slowly. You want to get to 20 kilometers, and you want to be over Elmer's glue. You want to...
My last bit's for you, Pawn. Also bedtime, so CYA later. Also don't get distracted.
Thank you, Darth Angelus, for the 100. Oh God, everything's gone. Just thank you, Darth Angelus, for the bits and the. Oh Jesus, I did get distracted. Have a good night. I think maybe you want to hang around for like another 2 minutes, or 5 at least, to see if this comes, because this is not. You don't do a mission like this. I'm already halfway through my liquid fuel. We might just be launching 2 of. Yeah, we're almost certainly launching 2 of these. I need to make it to 20 kilometers. I can also slow down quite a bit. Don't need to be losing. Yeah, we should probably just. We should be just maintaining height, and then over to here. Let's go. Oh God. Oh wow. Yep. Pull the prograde in the direction that we need to be. Okay. Yep. No. You're fine. Oh, are you fine? Oh, you're doing fine now. Yep, you're flying in the direction that we need. We're not quite to the height that we want. Let's go ahead and put the missions up there. Report. Wobbly ship. Yes, and a scientist flying it. So we're going in the direction that we're supposed to be going in. We're almost to the height that we need, but I'm not making height anymore, so I need to pull up. I need to... Oh, shit. Give it a little bit more juice to be able to pull up, Pawn. Pull up. Wow, this is a lot further out here than I thought it was. I thought it was a lot closer, and then we just need to be ready to take a crew report when it comes along. Why can't I take a crew report? There we go. When it comes along... Well, no, I've got the thing. I've got the... No, I don't. It's not working. Okay, we're well above the place that we need to be, so why aren't we there yet? Oh, it is a bit out there. Okay. Oh, and we're almost out of liquid fuel. Shit. I don't think we actually make it on this amount of liquid fuel now. Give me some extra height. Oh, okay. We'll see. We're up here. We still got height. Maybe we make it. Maybe I'm trying to keep us like faced in the direction that we want to be faced in. I'm entering Elman's surprise. Crew report. Boom, we did it. We got it. We got the contract done. Hoorah! I told you I could do it. I know what I'm doing. Totally. So now we just need to, fall from 24,000 at 500 and some meters per second, toppling around in the wind. Bob doesn't. He's not worried. So why should we be? We're fine. Oh, the barometer. Yeah, I could take atmospheric pressure from here. 6.5 in atmosphere. Yes, good call. Thank you very much, Groggles and Rodbotic. Anybody else who called that out? So I've got parachutes on the lower stage. I just want to get like the whole thing low enough and slow enough that when I drop it, it won't like despawn or something. Wow, this is kind of pretty. I don't think it's supposed to be purple and magenta over there, but balls to it. And we need to be slow. So nose up and use your surface drag to slow yourself down. Yes. How are we doing on electrical resources, by the way? We're fine. What are you doing? I'm just flopping in the wind a bit. Getting into the denser portions of the atmosphere. Are we coming down in water? Wow, look at this. Look at that. That's cool. Don't pay attention to the numbers, Pong. You're starting to get more speed because you're not resisting it by pulling up into it. Yeah, flop. Flop is good. Belly roll. That's helpful. Okay, I'm going to... I mean, we are 5 kilometers from the ground, but I'm thinking, well, just have some balls, Pawn. Have some balls. Hang on to them, too. You know, grab onto your balls, everybody. 4,000 kilometers. I mean, 4 kilometers, not 4,000. That'd be a lot of kilometers. At 3, I'm going to go ahead and... Whoa! And I'm going to pop you. And I'm going to pop you. Okay? So that should have its parachutes deployed as well. Ours has just expanded at 700 meters. Theirs is expanded as well. We should be okay. We should be able to recollect all these. Right? Huh? How we doing? It's looking good. It's looking like the plan might work. I'm gonna have 5. Can't... Well, I'm about to
Without a
crash.
probe core, the part may crash.
Why? Why? Physics should apply, but I believe it. It's Kerbal. It's Kerbal. Okay. Let's focus on Bob not dying right now. Ooh, we could do a temperature scan, apparently. Yeah, alright. Give me the temperature scan. I apparently haven't collected that over water. Thank you, Rodbotic, for pointing at the thermometer, but I didn't see that until it was too late. How are we doing? We're 200 meters above. It's cool to see them coming down, see that stage coming down. You know, with us. Let's just hope that it survives. So 100 meters to the surface of the water at 5 point some meters per second. We will be fine. Will the other equipment be okay? All right, it's time. I sleep. Thanks for coming out, Neko Saris. I'll see you next time. He's splashing down safely with the data that we needed for that mission. We have cleared the mission. Boom. And then it's popping up messages to me. Discord, I didn't tell you to do that, but you do your thing. Now where's the other thing? As long as it doesn't come down on top of us. Aha, aha, aha. Should I switch to it? Can I switch to it? If I tabbed? If I hit tab right now? I can't switch to it. I can target it. Where are we? I don't even fucking know. We're here? You're there? Okay. Okay. It's less than 200 meters from us. Square brackets to switch. Do I now hit tab? No. No, this is hard mode too, so it might be, you know, I just might not be able to transfer to the craft, and also it doesn't have a probe core on it, so that could be a thing too. It landed! It landed! Alright! Alright! So we should be able to recover that from map mode when we go back in, but, alright! We did it. Can I drop the targeting? Can I, yeah, drop the targeting? He's over there, and now he's tipping over, and he's gonna sink to the bottom of the ocean. It's fine. We can probably do a barometer thing out here. If I get you out, and then you grab the pressure data. No. Take the data that's already in there, and then back into the ship. Then we can do another atmospheric scan in the water for more science, and that should be all the science that we can get. Yeah. Okay, we did it. I did it! I did a good mission. I made a good mission. It's bracket keys? The bracket keys. I'll try the bracket keys. I'll try the bracket keys to switch vehicles, but it landed safely. It should be in map mode when we go, and then we can recover it. So we picked up 15.4 more science. Still not enough science to buy another tier. So they want us to land on the moon with what we've got, apparently. We just need to grind some more contracts, and we've got another contract to do in the same style as this one, and now that I've done one, I feel a little bit more confident that I can make it work. We've proven the concept. We got all those parts back with that, and Bob Kerman got an XP by doing that. So let's go over to map mode, over to the tracking station, and we should see that in the water, just off of the KSC, which is here, water over here, there's a show me debris. Yes, and then we should be able to recover the debris. Do we get money back for that? I presume, like, we should have gotten money back, but it didn't pop anything up. We recollected the parts. What did I miss while I was lagging to death, says nobody. The success of the mission. Okay, so that was, like, this is the end of the day. It's pretty and all, but let's do the other mission before our next live stream break. Let's do the other one that I took, which is the same kind of a mission. And, this time, like, is there any reason to send Bob? Not really. Might as well send Valentina out on this one. So we're going to do the same mission again, except for this time it's going to be to go inland instead of out to water. Which means that those parts probably won't actually survive. Alright, hey, I got an idea. If you have missions to collect reports, etc., sending them via antenna is also a mission complete, doesn't need to be in the pod. Okay. I've never paid too much attention to it because I was always like, oh, well, it takes something off, you know, it only gives you so much credit for it, but if it is just crew reports, then it doesn't matter, right? Because those can just be transmitted. So yeah, I will bear that in mind, and also try and remember whether or not I've got electrical resources enough to do it. That was enough fuel to get the job done for us last time. Just enough. But let's go ahead and do the landing legs down here. And the idea would be, the engine will probably explode on contact, but maybe, make sure the landing leg is, you've got it in the, you're gonna have to go down to three-sided symmetry for this. So do it like that. And then the legs will be like that. It's possible that the engine blows off, but then it still lands on these and we save the fuel tanks. It's fun. You know, it adds a little extra something to it. So this will be Crew Hopper Mark II. Mark II. And I want these start retracted. That should do, right? Pawn is secretly good at video games. Really? Did you get the booster to land? I tried parachutes, but they didn't fire. It worked, yeah. They opened and it landed. I don't know if we got, like, recovery points and stuff for it, but I don't know. So save it, and this should still be good, but this time, instead of Bob going, we'll send Valentina, because apparently we don't have any real use for a scientist on this mission. Save and launch. Shoot stage at the same time as the separator. He didn't leave physics range, so the parachutes never despawned. Must have been physics range issues. Yeah, that's usually the problem with trying to open parachutes on something, or just get something to come down in a truly, like, recyclable rocket parts kind of a run, is just... Isn't there, like... It used to be, I think, 26,000 meters or something like that, and then it would just despawn entirely, like if you're trying to drop something from orbit and you're not in range of it and it's in atmosphere, it'll just... Is that still a thing? So now we can use SAS, which is nice. The mission itself is Kiram's miscalculation, flight above 18.9. So this is Kiram's miscalculation. We will activate navigation on it. Oh, it's much closer. It's much closer. This will be way easier to get to, too. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so, with the end, can I drag you up? Like, why do you use all of that space? It's fine. Houston, could I get a countdown?
Sure, Pawn. Nothing too interesting going on here, so I'll just give it a countdown. In 3, 2, 1, fire!
And again, we don't actually take off, because I need the control. I need the control over it before we actually do it. So, lift me off. And we're up and away into the wild blue yonder. Here we go. Over the sea. And I'm going to immediately start turning down just a little bit in that direction. Just hold that on the SAS, if you don't mind. But yeah, this one should come in easy. Do we want the temperature scan? It says we could take these right now and they'd be worth something? Why? Really? How do we not have that flying over Kerbin's shores? I think you're lying to me. Spheric scan? Okay. I'll take both of them right now. I mean, we're just going a little bit over here and then coming back, so no big deal. And I'm doing it very slowly and carefully because I don't want to fuck it up. So we just need to get to, slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Just need to get to about 20k is where I want to be. 18.9 is what we actually need to be up there for it to count. But I want to get to around 20k so I've got time and I'm not freaking out when I do get there. But this one is much closer. You can see the image of it on the ball there. That's where we're headed to. So just keep dragging us a little bit off in its general vector. Then we'll, we'll get there. There, and we're looking at, getting there at the right height, too. I'm slowing us down even more. We don't need the speed. We do not need the speed. We could actually use excess fuel, like if we're coming down with it, to try and land this properly on the feet, but I made it so that they'd survive instead. Oh, we're here. We're here. Okay, so just give me, like, the slightest bit of burn.
Beer sponsored launch countdowns, lol.
We got it! We got it. We did the thing. For money, Houston can do beer-sponsored launch countdowns? I don't, that's... He's had offers like that, and I've always said no. That's not why we pay him. Like, he's on our payroll. I suppose we could get the money, but it just goes to his friggin' head, He's done sponsorships before he got involved with us. I mean, that's basically why we got him here. He's just got a really good, like, radio voice, so... Who you talking about, Pawn? Nobody. I'm gonna deploy the gear because we want that gear to be available, and we're coming down in water. We don't need to land this thing. Just because the report might have been overland, we're not going to be overland when we come down, but I'll have the gear out anyway. This should go exactly the same way the last one did. F5. 460 Delta V, maybe a parachute assisted propulsive landing. We're coming down in water. No, we're going to do it the way that it already worked once. So, yep. And the fact that we're long like this means that we're facing into the wind. As the atmosphere gets dense again as we come into it, it will be resisting it. We'll get body lift to head off in this direction, which will turn some of our falling speed into go-uppy speed, which is good. And we dropped all of this at about 4 kilometers last time, if I do recall correctly, and I do. I'm just letting it, like, flip out and burn a lot of electricity with the SAS. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Out to sea is lovely. I do want you to, like, resist some of this, please. Try and pull up so that we're not going right at our retrograde, because that will slow us down. Yep. That kind of thing will slow us down, and we're going to do that, and that. Yep, parachutes are away again, and we're that much closer to it because I spammed spacebar a little bit quicker this time. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, it's coming down faster because it's heavier. And now it's coming down slower because it's got 2 parachutes and we've just got the 1. Cool. F5 me, can't quick save when about to crash. The parachutes are out. Come on, friend. I'm going to fizz warp and hope that actually holds together as we do the fizz warp. God, fucking Scatterer makes this game look, passable. Makes it look almost like something. Alright, so we're coming up on it now. I'm going to stop fizz warping because we're just 50 meters above the surface. I look back down. There's our lovely ocean. We'll do a little pretty shot here. Okay, and then. Yes! Oh my god, that looks so cool! That looks so cool! Get just a little bit more away from me so that you're out there, and then we're both looking at the sun Pawn. Yeah, like that. Ah, that's a beauty shot. That is a beauty shot, F5. Your water shader is amazing. It's just, which one I think it's Scatterer. Yeah, Scatterer is doing the water. And the clouds and everything are environmental visual enhancements, EVE, with the... It worked! With the astronomer's beauty pack or something. thing on it, and then it just tips over nicely. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so back to with the, and then here, and we're serious. We're serious. We're scientists is what we're doing out here. SAS off. Which is why we forgot to turn the SAS off and almost got down to no electric charge. It's fine. It all worked out well. Is there anything that I need to do? We've done it all before. We did the barometer. We did the thermometer. We've done the... Yeah. No, there's nothing you need to do. Just recover this vessel. Valentina, get in here. Everyone's still alive, and we've been here for over 2 hours. What happened to me? Okay, so we got 43 science. We are 2 science away from being able to afford another tier. Now, Dramatian, may be the time where I go out on the airstrip and just spam some, just take some freebies. But what I want to do is, I want to take note of how much money we have right now. 240, it's 242,242. Wow. And then we go out to the tracking station. When we recover the debris, the debris, we should have more than 242,242. So, recover, and then exit. Are you ripping me off? No, it counts. Yeah, we got our money back. We got 3,000 Kerbins back from recovering the... That's cool! I recovered my launch stages, my bits. I brought them back. It's like the first mission we did after orbit. I can play this game. You can play this game. Excellent. That said, pause. It's time for another live stream break. We've done the little crappy around Kerbin things. When we come back, we're going to farm some science from the airstrip so that we can get one more tier, and then I guess we're turning our attention to the moon. I guess we're going to try and do a flyby of the moon immediately. So that should be, exciting. Worth staying tuned for here on twitch.tv/Roninpawn. Don't go anywhere. 7-minute live stream break. Grab a pee, take a beer, eat a poop, whatever you need to do, and meet me back here in 7 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Pawn not done picking what song do I want to play. How about Boxcat Games B3? Pawn not out. Hello, I am the Roninpawn. So, Karen, you were wrong on both counts. I was on time. I think it's funny. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, everybody. Kerbal Space Program, everybody. We are doing shockingly well. We're doing shockingly well. Okay, so what's next? We have orbited the planet. We have done some of these, round curbing kind of missions back into mission control because they want us to explore the moon. And the first instance of that is simply to fly by the moon. So we will take that. Is there anything that we could do whilst flying by that there moon? So Karen Cheerington, also, while you were gone, I found some bits you forgot to recover. Is that what... I would play this game more often if that was what I was getting for playing. If it was just you get a land and, hey, money. That'd be cool. Can we do that? Squad. They're not doing... Private division? Who's working on this thing? So is there something that we could do while we're doing the moon? Test something when something while we something the other something? Mark II, our radial mount parachute in-flight over Kerbin at a height of 4 to 12,000 meters and a speed of 40 to 240 meters per second. We could probably get down to, we could pop our radial mount parachute on the way back from the moon at, 4 kilometers, above 4 kilometers at 240. Can you get down to that speed at 4 kilometers? Let's look at something else. What about a drogue? We've got radial mount drogues. You want that at 2 to 9 and 290. That's more doable. And it pays better. So, flying at Kerbin, 2 to 9, 110 to 290. Yeah, we could pop a drogue. Absolutely, at that height. Let's do that. That's free money is what it is.
Upgrade mission control to be able to have 7 active contracts.
What would it cost, actually? 150,000. Yeah. How much does it cost to upgrade the tracking to 300,000? We're gonna have to do a flyby of the moon without tracking. So that'll be fun. But no, I would rather have the tracking station before I had, extra 7 contract. Jermason keeps throwing money at me. Do this thing that makes sense. I'm like, thank you for the money. No. But no, I'm going to save up for that. So what we want to do right now, actually, is we need to build a little... Let's do it in the spaceplane hangar. Just for funsies. We need to build something that can just sit out on the tarmac and gather us some science, because we're just 2 science off of being able to afford another tier in R&D, and I already know something of how I want this to look. So I'm gonna do you, and I'm gonna do you. Snapping, and 2. I can only have 2 in the. All right, let's not do this in the that. No, wait. Can I launch from the other place? Can I? Fuck it. I'll do it here because I don't know. I don't want to fuck around with that. So we'll have 2 on this side, and we'll have 2 on this side. And then science me. Where's the science? Science. Okay, so you can just be like there, I guess. This is the side they come out of, right? Is the one with the zipper on it? That's how they get out. They unzip the pod, and then that's how it's done. So then, and just one of you. If I spin you like that, we don't want to block the pod opening. But also, I presume there's an invisible ladder there. that they'll be able to step out of, and we'll just put Bob out on there with all that science together, and that should do it, right? So Bob, where are you, Bob? Because Bob can reset, it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't think it does, but Bob, he is the scientist. It's the only usage he's ever going to get, you know, in the program is to do this kind of a thing. In fact, we should name it 006, Science Pod 1, Mark 1. 1. Save, launch. Do you still go by the moon by waiting till it's on the horizon then burning, or do you use maneuver nodes? Well, since we won't have tracking stations, I guess I'm just going to do it by waiting till it's on the horizon and then burning out to a place where I hope it hits it, and then trying to figure out if we're going to have a return trajectory or not. I guess is what's going to happen. Oh, wow, those legs aren't worth shit, huh? They just didn't really hold us in the air at all. Cool. Hey, what's that out there? Well, we'll look into it another day. So, Karen, your true name is Roninpawn. Did I con you? Am I conning you? The con you've trapped us in. Throw money at me for things I should do that I won't do. Holy shit, look at all that stuff. Let's have a temperature scan. Temperature readings are quite literally nominal. Pretty normal, basically. Let's have the crew report. Reporting in at the runway. Good thing there's not a lot of air traffic, because I don't think we ever got clearance from the tower to be here. Houston?
What?
Yeah, I don't think he knows anything about it. Let's do this quick then. Atmospheric pressure scan as well. Sure. And then EVA report. I'm gonna have one of them. Well, apparently not, because it didn't pop up. That's limitations of the mod, I guess. EVA report. 1.4 science for that. Get back in the. In fact, no, for you. Well, yeah, get back in. It's fine for now. He came out from a side that I wasn't expecting. And then crew report me. Overwrite. Oh, we already did the crew report? All right, well then, mystery goo. The goo seems to behave very much the same as it always does around here for 1.8 science. There's really no reason to reset anything or collect anything again, as we're just here. It doesn't. I didn't put in motors for it to, like, you know, shuffle its way over to somewhere else. So that's it. That's it. How much science do we get out of that mission? Good mission, Bob. Way to go. Come back inside now. It's like, oh, thank God. The sun. What is it? He's one of those indoor scientists. That's 7.7 science earned, which means that we can have another tier. We recovered everything that we spent because, you know, we didn't spend anything. We just put it outside for a minute. Over to the R&D center. And for going to the moon, what will be most helpful? We're just going to pass by it. The Terrier is a low weight in vacuum thruster that actually could be good for the transfer, right? It looks like it. I mean, it's not good at sea level, but in vacuum, 60 kilonewtons of thrust, and that's probably what it's for. So that's augurs well for that. It's also, is it like a big fuel tank? Is it the first of the big but shorts? Or, and there's a long, yeah, we'll probably want that. What else we got? Oh, but if we get the crew cabin, then we'll be able to do the tourist missions. Could I get to the moon without a smaller weight rocket? You might not. You might have to upgrade the launch pad or the VAB in order to do a mission with 2 liquid burning engines on it. Hello, Atundella Cali. Atundella Cali. So that argues for this area. We get some structural fuselage, we get some different decouplers of different sizes, and we get the launching majiggers, the grabber holders. There's plane parts, which I do like making planes, so I'm not going to be silly about it. There is that module that gives you 2 crew capacity, even though it's the same sort of... Is it the same size as well? It's just like they put 2 seats in, and I just kind of, well, you sort of lay on top of each other, but reaction wheels would be good, and then down here we would get our first probe without any reaction wheels in it, so you kind of need both of those to be able to do it. High gain antenna, the Science Junior though, and electricity. For this mission to be successful going to the moon, I think I have to ignore the crew cabin and go for the engine that's probably going to get me there. So research that, and then we'll make enough science at the moon in order to be able to buy the next thing. Obviously.
More money thrown at you to upgrade launch pad.
Let's see, so max vessel weight, 18 tons. Yeah, it's only 100k. Thank you for the money. No. We're going to the moon, right? And then what do we need to do on the way? We need to have a drogue on it. Are we ready to do that? We're ready to build for that mission. Holy shit. Holy shit. I want to save up for the tracking station. I think that would be way more helpfuler majigger. So let's build this one from scratch. We're going to want the return pod and parachutes for it. A parachute for it will be enough. It's going to need an ablator, and we'll be coming back to the moon, so it'll need a little bit more ablator than we've ablated. Ablator. It'll need more ablator on it than we have had in the past. Still, 200 ablators seems like a lot. Let's do 120 for safety. I don't know. I haven't played the game in forever. You know, things may have changed. I think 120 is still way more than I would need for a moon return, but, you know, it's a thing. And now the question is, well, is it a question? Because I'd love to take as much science as I can, but I don't have a place to stick a goo container. So if we were to take goo with us, it'd have to be on the exterior of the ship, and it'd have to be 2 of them for the balance. Could do that. And then, of course, the barometer, just one of these. And the barometer, well, I have been doing this in such a way as they're accessible and... You know what you should do, Paul? What? I should move these up. And then they can... Their roundness can make it so that it's not actually hitting that. I don't know if those give any resistance. They probably don't. You didn't put 2 of them on. Well, that's... Good thing we caught that early, huh? So those 2, like so. It might F with our aerodynamics a bit, but...
The science bay.
And I don't have it, right? I do have it. I did get the science bay. I don't trust the science bay. I didn't think I had it when I was doing that. When I was putting that together. I don't know that I trust the science. It's got a 14 meter per second impact rating, but like when I've used the science bay before, it somehow encourages the ship to topple in the atmosphere. Let's try it. It shouldn't. It should never have done that. I'm thinking about 1.04. It should never have been a problem. But the science bay on... The science bay looks so much nicer than it used to. Open that up, and it opens from different sides than it used to as well. Okay, or maybe it always... I don't know. Get off of there, and then like that. Because this is the front of the ship. This is where I want it. So that's a lot lower weight because we'll just have one of these in here. Except for apparently... What's your problem? If I detach you first... That's weird. Alright, we'll attach to the bottom of this. I don't know, maybe they're... That's weird too. Why would in the default position, why would the things that I attach to it be upside down in a game that's been out for... And it's 1.9. What's with that? People who still develop this game. What exactly is with that? So I want it centered. And if I use the offset, then it should find perfect center. Yeah, the offset tool usually does that. Again, it really should just snap to that, shouldn't it? People who design the goddamn game. And then we'll actually pull this up so that it's not penetrating through the bottom, just in case that becomes an issue for overheating. It shouldn't, but then again, the people who design the fucking game, you know what? I'm not going to go on about it. We need to test a drogue on the way back. So for symmetry and weight's sake, I would need 2 of those, either side. I don't necessarily need them, but I'm going to have them. Like so, and then you guys could go in the science bay. You don't really pose a problem being on the outside as you are, but fuck it, you know, if we've got the side, we might as well. Why though? What about why? Why do you not? There's no rotation where that's actually visible. Wow, it's, you know, they're still developing something. It's not a problem. What do you mean? These I don't think actually count as weight, even though they're 0.005. I don't think that actually affects anything. I think if it's a 0.005 part, it doesn't matter. It doesn't actually get calculated in physics. I could be wrong, but that is my belief, unfounded as it is. Is there a fucking rotation where this works? No? Am I dropping 2 of them at once, even though I don't want to be? I am. I put 2 of those. I didn't know. I don't need 2. I mean, it would be nice to have 2, because there could be multiple readings to take. I just want the 1. Tell you what I'll do, is I'll just put you in, and then we'll stand you up. But without the snapping. Stand you up, like that. And then out a bit. All things that you really shouldn't have to do in a game that's been out this long, so that's what goes in the science bay. The weight adds up eventually, but all those tiny weights parts have no drag, so then putting them on the outside actually makes more sense than having the science bay, and then I'm dragging the science bay up just for that thing, and yeah, we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway, and then the other thing that I used to like to do, we'll put this on the other side, was with snapping. Yeah, that makes sense. That's how that should work. Do like that. Extend the antenna. Find the position at which it's not penetrating. Retract it. Close the doors. If it doesn't penetrate, then it works. Okay, so we've got an antenna. We got the science in the module, in the bay, all of it, except for you, apparently. I don't... Why? Let me just make sure that that's still... Yes, all the science that we can take is in the bay. And we've got an antenna, even though we probably don't really need one. It's fine. And then, what? What's our mission again? Moon. Oh, right. Moon, and then test the drogues on the way back. Sure, got it. So give me that kicked out, and let's start actually building the stage that lifts this. And we unlocked new fuel tanks. And what is that? That's gotta be... It says there somewhere, right? Like the size of it? Intermediary tank between the smaller FLT series and the larger Rockamax tanks. Really? Well, I'm not gonna buy into it right now because I have no use for it. But that also reminds me that we've got the Terrier engine. Okay. Okay. So, if I had this and this, and we do have a decoupler in there, yes we do, okay. So this and this gives 320 meters per second worth of delta V. That is awful, but that is delta V at the wrong, god damn it, at the wrong place. In vacuum, it gives 1,297 meters per second of delta V. So, off of our delta V map, if we've got, let's just say it's 1,300. All right, so it's 1,300. We need 2,100 more in atmosphere. And we want more than that, but, you know, roundly speaking. 2,100 more in atmosphere. So give me at altitude, or sea level altitude, whatever. Just give me some delta V readings, and we'll build below here. Hopefully I will be able to sustain the weight of this, because that's going to be an issue for us, is can I put this out onto the pad. The goo pod has drag, though. The goo pod, and so having it in the science bay, you're saying, you're arguing that it makes sense? Okay, fair enough. Underneath you, a couple of these, and then maybe one of you. Just to keep an eye on the weight as we build. We're at 8.8. The engine is going to add quite a bit. We will be using the swivel for maximum controllability. That gives us 1,628 total? Or that's just for you? That's just for you, and then it's 19 total. So we need 2,100 to have confidence in this craft. We are up to 10.3. Let's do some solid fuel. So give me the radial decouplers with snapping, with snapping, and then 2 of them. Down here we want it good and low. And then what kind of, did I get any new solid fuel? You didn't, so it'll just be the hammers again. The hammer's gonna weigh too much. I'm hoping not. Nope, we're in just under weight. and we're showing now there's 647 and 1600. That's enough. That should be enough to make this happen. So I put you guys down good and low so that we actually sit on you on the pad. Do I have nose cones? Did I pick up nose cones for these? Let's go ahead and buy the aerodynamic nose cones. We've got 24 of 30 parts now, so that'll give us better aerodynamicism. And for safety's sake, because I still don't trust Kerbal to, you know, not flip me over in midair, some basic fins. Some basic fins. On the 3 of you, like there. On the fuel tank, not the engine. Yeah, and that's got clearance enough for the SRBs to be believable. So it's 27 to 30, 17.5 tons on the pad, showing a total of 2,500 units of delta V, but when we consider vacuum, we show 4110, and in vacuum, the final engine that we'll be using, 1,297 meters per second, takes up a lot of it. Now, to get to, just before we get the orbit, does the map say anything about that? It's 3,400 to orbit, but it doesn't say what you would need to generically get just out of atmosphere. I'm going to assume that it's about 2,100. I could be wrong, but I think this will work. I think this will work. Now, let's look carefully at the staging. We want to fire off these two, and then, and please, for the love of God, stop doing that. We fire off these two, and then when it's time, we switch over to the liquid engine. We got a TWR of 2.63 on these, so let's lower that by adjusting the thrust. 2.16, let's get down to a 1.8 kind of region. 1.9, 1.9... 1.8 on the dot. Okay, so that's that for the TWR there. When we get to this one, we're going to have a lot of thrust on the TWR, but we can control it manually. Back to altitude delta V to do this math again. This is 2,270-ish meters per second to get us out to orbit, and then the little guy goes out to... You're just putting yourself in orbit with these figures, Pawn. You've been doing your math to do just 3,400 to get to orbit, you silly, silly person. You silly, silly person, you. Okay, and also the TWR, you adjusted it before, you adjusted it while you were still in vacuum mode. So I need way more thrust than that. Jesus, good thing that I started thinking. Yeesh, Kerbal Space Programs is Omega Jazz, right? So in order to get to the moon, just for a flyby is another 860 on top of the 3,400, which means that we need 4,260 for a flyby, which means that we want 43 to 4,400 delta V ultimately in this craft. We're already at 17.5 tons as we sit here now, and what we have is not enough. Not enough. We are now overweight. And... you know, I'd love it if it were smart enough to just put the things in that I'm not looking at that are on this side. If it just put those in that didn't matter. So, atmospherically, we'd have 1723 plus 619. 2350-ish, 2340, something like that. 2340, and then in space, we would be at vacuum, another 1200 on top of 20, did I say 2300? Something like that? 23, 24, 23. Let's say it's 2300, and then plus another 13 is 23 plus 13, 36. So we're nowhere near what we need doing it that way. We're gonna get a lot more out of it if I put the extra fuel Is this the end? What are you? You're the engine. Okay, I didn't mean to. You don't look like it. You need to look differently than you look. If I put the extra fuel in this stage, we'd get a lot more out of it. But it does mean that we have to push a little bit harder, and we're losing some out of there. But in space, again, I wish you guys could see this. I'd have to move chat for it. But in space, just if you trust me, that we have 1,757 delta V with that build. By the way, is there a decoupler on that engine? So, where's the fucking engine? You're the engine. Did I not put a decoupler? There is a decoupler there. God, everything is a little bit, they didn't, yeah. So, number one, how about you be, like, something that shows me you're an engine? There's, no? Nothing? Shroud? Nothing. Okay, that's disgusting. That is very useless. Do you, and then there's that, and then it breaks off there. So let's put this together the way that it would be, which is you were there, and then you would break off and do that, and then on our way home we would jettison, and then we'd use the parachutes. Okay. These are all space values, so let's adjust it for altitude. 1505 and 619. Jesus Christ, I need a fucking calculator. Over here. So, in terms of delta V, 1505 plus 619 is 2100 in atmosphere, and then we'd have 1700 in space. If that got us to space, the final thing would give us 1700. 3824. Still not quite enough to make it to the moon. Shit. Kevglob with a subscription. 35 months on a 35-month streak. Jesus, Kevglob, you have kept the subscriptions when I'm not around even, I think. Yeah? Zorg told me there was KSP too. Well, there was KSP. There's no 2. KSP Hardcore Pawn 2. And I am struggling. Hello, Jordan Gaming. I am struggling to get enough Delta V to get to the moon without upgrading the launch pad. If I don't have fuel ducting, so I can't do like transfers and asparagus staging. I have no idea how this streak works. I've definitely not been around much. Well, somebody's been subscribing on the month every month, I think, on your behalf. Is how that worked. If I just ditched the idea of having the solid fuel and went hardcore liquid fuel and built this to be a tall rocket. How tall are we? 11.5. A tall, long, hard to control son of a bitch. If I did that instead. You know? Let's set you over here for a minute.
If you take 9 and times it to the 5th power of 7.
7 times 7 times 7 times. Did I close the calculator? All right. Do I have a power mode here? It's 7 to the power of 5 times 9. 151, 263. 9 times it to the 5th power of 7. 7 to the 5th power times 9. 151, 263. Does that mean something? Did I do that wrong? Then divide by 0. But yeah, let's look at just if I went hard on the liquid fuel concept here. So we would need all the liquid fuel in the first stage to get us to make sure that your delta V to get us out of atmosphere. So altitude delta V, 1505. We're going to need more than that. What's the TWR on that right now? 1.57 at max TWR. That's great. That's not good. That's too little TWR off the pad. We're going to be leaving a lot of the liquid fuel that we bring, and if I add more, it's not going to help. But nuggets. Here's okay. So I've got ideas. I have thinky madoodles. So if I add that in, our TWR for this would be Why did you do that kind of what's that about? You guys aren't there anymore, so you fire, and then I drop that and go up to that. 1864. We're close there. We're good on weight. So then the idea would be one solid fuel engine for the TWR to lift us, to get us going. You to there. What's your TWR? 1.2. Fucking beautiful. I don't know if I can get to the moon off of this collection of parts. And the limitation of the launch pad. I might have to upgrade the launch pad just so that I can have a little bit more weight so that we can build a little bit bigger. Yeah. That might be necessary at this point. I would like to continue exploring to see if there's anything else I could do. I mean, this is an incredible amount of weight. And it also makes us really fucking tall. So none of that's good. What's the TWR on that, though? 1.22. Delta V's only 600 with this weight that it's carrying. But if I went less liquid fuel, then our height is okay, our weight's not quite right, 690 meters per second. I don't think, no. No, basically, is what I'm thinking with this, is a no. I think I have to upgrade the launch pad. I think I'm gonna have to upgrade the fucking launch pad. The only part of this that really should stick around then is this engine that I can't even tell is a fucking engine because of the way that they decided to do the game. But yeah, you can all go away. Is it looking that way to everybody else, that just with these limitations, I cannot build a moon-capable craft? Using the Terrier with its, you know, lots and lots of Delta V once we get into vacuum. 1757. It's good for transfer.
Run a test mission. We won't tell anyone.
Thank you for the bits. No. I think I gotta upgrade the launch. I gotta upgrade the launch pad. Don't bother saving it. It'll be here when I get back. I'm gonna upgrade the launch pad so that I can build with a little bit more weight. It needs to happen.
I mean, there's been a dearth of explosions so far.
Yeah, there hasn't, have there? It's upgrade to upgrade it. Launch pad. It'll give me 140 tons that I can build with. I'll still be limited to 30 parts. So there's still that limitation to build around. But apparently I'm just going to need a heavier launch pad if we're going to go to the moon. I mean, maybe if I sat here for a long time and we could possibly do something. But, So, back to atmospheric Delta V so that we can build this thing again. And it should be fairly simple now. It's just going to be a little bit more SRB, maybe? So, 3 of you... And then we'll have the swivel. How much are you guys? And weight, 0.9, you're 1.5, so 2 of those is... Yeah, it's not. So swivel. Most efficient thing we've got going for us. Open this back up. This is atmospheric with a 1.43 TWR, pushing up what it's doing for 1700. We are atmospheric right now. We are atmospheric Delta V. Is that the right engine? And then we drop those and do that. Yeah, so the readings are correct. That's 1700 DV off of that. Now, having the weight, having the lack of the weight restriction, I should be able to put 3, or I could do 2 SRBs. Put 3 small SRBs. Not the 2 big ones, 3 small ones is my thought presently. So 3 hammers. We don't want to overbuild for them. It's just a pass, it's just a flyby of the moon. It's no big deal, except for apparently it's kind of hard. Now, what did you do? Put it back there. And then drag it down so that we'll sit on those on the pad. Okay. So those 3, and then this, and then this. Give us 772 meters per second worth of lift with a TWR of 2.66 in atmosphere. So let's Let's reduce. Well, are you done yet? No, I'm not done yet. Keep building, and then you'll play with the thrust limiting and whatnot. Give me some tips. Put some tips on my SRBs. These are on correctly, aren't they? How many parts? We're at 28 of 30. We don't need those tips. Those tips aren't that important. I would like winglets. Maybe the smaller ones will be fine. It's not that long of a ship pawn. You didn't build it that tall. So, centering, and then I want them high enough to where they don't look like they would... Oh, well, they're perfect now. Yeah, you can have them as low as you want. That's fine. You can leave them right there. Make sure to put some nose cones on your SRBs. It gives you no benefit, but it uses part count and looks good. Yes, you did it. No, you took them off, says Kevclaw. Does it give no benefit on the SRBs? So we're now at 771. By the time we get to here, 1600 and 771 is 24. It's going to be like 2400 and some, plus the 1700 that we've got. That should be enough. 2400 in atmosphere, and then when I go in vacuum, it's just above where you can just barely see it right here, 1757. That should be just enough to do this. Yeah? It's right on the edge of not doing it, which is the way that I like to fly. Yeah? I think we got it. I think we built one. So, in atmosphere, TWR on these SRBs is 2.66. That's 2 point much, is what that is. So let's drop those down. That's you're taking fuel away. You want thrust limiting. 1.6, up a little bit. 1.7, up a little bit more. 0.74. 1.78. I will take 1.78. Good, pace for low atmosphere. And they're going to burn a while, I would imagine. Yeah, they should burn for a bit, because they're at exactly 2/3 what they can usually do. So we fire on the SRBs, then we drop those 3 SRBs, switch over to the liquid fuel engine, which will only have a TWR of 1.42. Hopefully that'll be enough to keep us going slowly through the middle atmosphere, picking up speed as we go, obviously. And then we will hopefully end up in space or in vacuum by the time that we switch over to the Terrier engine with its 1700 non-atmospheric Delta V. We'll drop that stage, switch over to that engine, then drop the whole thing on our way back, and then we've got 2 drogues and the main parachute to come down. I think we got a craft here. 007. Secret moon mission. I'm not done. Wait, no. It's a secret to every Bedoy. It is, too. It is. Save it. Does it look good to you? You think it works? You think it's gonna work? Who wants to bet Pawn might crash into the moon? Now, why would I do that? I wouldn't do that to you. Why would I do that? It's a short ship. We've got fins on it. The fins should be unnecessary with the swivel and the reaction wheels up there, but they're, they make me feel better a little bit. If things go wrong, we got drogues and parachutes. We can just drop the whole thing and keep our pilot alive. And our pilot, to go to the moon, is gonna be, I guess, Jeb. They've been going back and forth. I'm sorry, Valentina. I would much prefer to have you at the wheel, but I'm just honoring the back and forth deal that you've been doing for us. So that's how it's gonna be. We're sending Jeb. He's the pilot. We just gotta pass by the moon, and then on the way home, we have to be careful about when we pop those drogues, because we got a mission for that as well. Save this craft, put it on the pad. I think we got ourselves a moon thing. He's more likely to slingshot around the moon and get stuck in a solar orbit. You're not wrong, because we don't have tracking. I couldn't afford the tracking station. So, yes. Yeah, and we've got a wobble. We're wobbling on the pad. That's always a good sign of it. So, TZ. I think we're okay, though, right? Maybe? Could do. Could maybe. We need to fly by the moon. We need to test those chutes. All the things are there. I've got 120 ablator for the return mission for Jebediah. He looks confident. He's happy. I'm just feeling a little bit nervous.
Yeah, I think you probably should be, Pawn.
We worked hard on this, though. Like, it took a long time to figure out what would work. I think we've got just enough fuel for it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you always do, is just enough. And then you don't fly well. So there's that.
I need to be built up right now. I'm nervous.
I'm nervous for you.
That's not helping. That is exactly... Chat, could you say something nice?
In 3, 2, 1, fire!
We're off and away. We're off and away. Okay, I'm just going to try and just tilt us a little bit down in the direction that we ultimately want to go. Okay. No, I feel good. I'm confident. I'm strong. We're spinning. We're rotating. We don't need to rotate. We're fine, though. We're fine. Halfway through the solid fuel, 200 and some meters per second.
Restart KSP every few hours to prevent game crashing.
Oh, yeah, that would be. That's, okay, almost out of solid fuel. Almost out of solid fuel. We made it to 6 kilometers. And I don't want to go much faster than this on our way up. Thank you, Jermason and Zorglob. We actually managed to launch the thing, and it hasn't, like, flipped over on me. We're quite high, and I haven't turned down my ball at all. I want to lead my prograde down. I don't want to force my prograde in any direction. Just want to pull on it a little bit. And if I see that it starts wanting to pull on its own, then I need that to stop. Liquid fuel in this stage down to about 3/4 remaining. We've gone through 1/4 of the fuel in this stage, pulling down. Oh, we've got science we could be pulling right now, apparently. I don't care. I'm a bit in the middle of not getting my Kerbal killed. 22K, 22 kilometers above the surface of Kerbin now, and effecting a decent turn down. Let's get our this open so I can see the apoapsis is already at 43K. That's not necessarily a bad thing. We do want to make sure that we are in vacuum by the time we stage the transfer stage. But we have so much liquid fuel right now. This is... You're not draining it from here, are you? No? Okay, good. Good. How are we doing on the apoapsis? 61 kilometers. I'm going to turn down really hard now because I would like to get this flat and round as much as possible. So we are right on the horizon there and burning. Apoapsis at 64 kilometers. Good. Go ahead and burn hard. 65 now on the apoapsis. 66. It's right over here. 67. 67. 68. 69. And 70 kilometers. I'm going to go up to 71.5 and then kill the engines. We still have a wee bit of fuel in this stage. Beautiful. This is going well. This is exactly what we want to happen at this point. We are perfectly on mission. I'm going to F5 for safety. But everything is going good. How do we look in terms of that apoapsis? See that? I've already made, a nice long push out around Kerbin. I got the speed in the right direction. That's what I'm looking for. That's the kind of thing I like. It's good. Just look how flat Kerbin is. Oh, are you one of those flat Kerbinists? Oh, God. Ban them. Ban them. Coconut crackers. Wait, Ronin has a YouTube channel? Give me a moment to subscribe. I do indeed. YouTube.com/RoninPawn. And all the VODs for these live streams show up at pawnlive.roninpawn.com. And that's just, it links you directly to the YouTube channel that has the VODs on them. 68 kilometers now. I need to get ready for the next burn, which will be at the apoapsis. We're just going to get a little poof of what's left in the fuel tanks for this stage out, and then we're switching over to the other stage. That being the case, in fact, I'm going to probably want to do this early. I'm going to want to, because the engine that we're going to have might not be that strong. We know it's not that strong, but we'll see. So let's start now. Oh, blast it up, blast it up. Keep it in front of you, keep it in front of you. Okay. Drop that stage, and go. And yes, the apoapsis is falling behind us. It's fine, I'll just nose up a bit. Okay, the apoapsis should come back up in front of us as we complete this circularization. It's just, fingers crossed that we have managed to hold out on the fuel here as we do it. Apoapsis coming back up to me. I'm going to nose down a bit and just hold it with us. Just hold that apoapsis with us as we watch the periapsis coming up. It's kind of behind me right now. It's embedded in Kerbin. Okay, don't let the apoapse run away from you while you're showing. We're at -30. We're about to have a periapse on screen. Okay. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Stop. What's the periapse? 71. And our apoapse, 71.4. Okay. We have circularization of Kerbin. We have orbit of Kerbin. And next thing is to go to the moon. Where are we keeping the moon these days? So there's the moon. I can't really do anything with. I can't target it because we don't have those. It's not a thing that we have. But it's fine when it comes over the horizon. We will leave for it. F5 again. I just want as many 5. I'm gonna 5 the Fs a lot. A lot is what I'm gonna do. Do we have the fuel? We have 1,100. We have 1,117 meters per second of delta V still remaining in these tanks. And in order to get to the moon for a pass, it's 860. We did it. This is beautiful. That's a reasonable amount of excess to be carrying as well. I built a craft, everybody. I did have to upgrade the launch pad for it, but I did build the craft. Let's go find the moon, shall we? Where are you again? You're kind of way around there. So, stop. And then we're going to leave from this angle, F5. We're going to leave from this angle. When we see the moon start to rise over Kerbin, we will burn on our prograde. This is my prograde, isn't it? And moonrise, 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 moonrise. Where you need to rise, moon, moon, moon.
Systems nominal go for TLI.
Too little information. That's my space program. You just described it. Where the fuck's the moon? There's the moon. Okay, there's the moon. So get on your prograde and burn. Okay, we're burning for the moon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We'll watch as our apoapse pushes out and out and out some more. This is beautiful. I can't believe I planned a decent first moon encounter. We don't know that it's going to go well yet, but you know, from where we're sitting, looks pretty good. That's an accomplishment, even when all of this turns to shit.
This is all skill, then. No luck.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it is. Well, maybe what we should do is drop some all skills, no lucks in chat. Maybe that's what we should do. Okay. I'm not sure how close you gotta get out to get grabbed by the moon these days. Seems close enough to me. Does it seem close enough to you? We're near the plane that we should be on. Seems good. We don't have tracking, so we won't know. We won't know. We just won't. We won't know. How much delta V do I have left? 261 meters per second. I might need that to come back. I'm gonna go with 10.2. 10.2. If we missed it, then we're fucked. But we've F5'd again. All right, so let's go, Jeb. You and me. Let's go visit the moon. Goodbye, Kerbin. Peace out. Peace in the Kerbin East. Oh, okay. What's going on? Crew report. Now, electric charge. Not a lot. He can't get out. I'm not gonna mess with it because I could do a crew report and then try and transmit it, but then I wouldn't have the electricity unless I burned my engines, and without the electricity, I wouldn't have the reaction wheels, and I have to burn my engines just to, like, it gets complicated. It turns to shit in a hurry. I'm not gonna mess with it. We're gonna take moon science exclusively. Goodbye again, I say to you, our lovely Kerbin. To the moon we doth go. Here. 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 You're getting close now. You're getting close. Just gonna slow down the time warp. And I'm gonna check. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. This is. Oh, come on. Oh, come on now. Oh, grab me. Oh, grab me, Mr. Moon. We're our slowest, and you're just traveling the speed that you always do. Oh, grab me, Mr. Moon. Grab me. What if he grabbed me? He'll grab me, won't he? He's gonna grab me. Look at how much faster he is than we are. He's catching. We got it. We got a grab by the moon. We have a grab by the moon, and we will be kicked out of the solar system. It's fine. We've done a flyby. Quick, Pawn. Do the things. So, atmospheric, let's just F5 from here. Atmospheric pressure scan. Okay. The instrument reads 0, as if it were in a vacuum. I'll have to note that to the boys back in the science lab. Crew report? You look down at the cold gray surface. It looks really beat up with craters. Could actually could see that from the surface of Kerbin, but I'm still glad we came. Temperature scan? Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there's no matter around to be either hot or cold, except the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. This is probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about for a while. Sure. Okay, and then finally, and most importantly, the mystery goo. The goo seems to be less dense here. Yes, it does. It's gone to college now. I could have popped this open for a minute, too, couldn't I have? We do have electric charge, right? Why can't I? What's your problem? Why you no open? Aim camera, same vessel interaction, no. What? I can't open these? Why, same vessel interaction, no. Doesn't matter. Doesn't, I'm fine. I'm fine. It doesn't really matter. We just barely got clipped by the moon, too, so it shouldn't actually have had too much influence on us. I'm just gonna let this play out. I'm gonna let us fall out of the moon's pull here. It might have even put us on a free return trajectory. Who knows? Who knows? We're gonna warp. But was I warping? Oh, I was warping the whole fucking time. I kept pressing the button. Open. Now I can open. You're right, it was that I was warping. Okay. Well, I don't give a shit, because I'm not messing around with, you know, spending my electric charge and other things. I'm not. It's fine. It can just be closed. You're under time warp. You can't open it in warp. I'm so glad that the overlay indicates that by saying, like, you know, when you click on it, by saying can't interact in warp, as opposed to same vessel interaction, no. Which really does communicate the issue so well. Anyway, how are we doing? How are we doing? Drop me, Moon. Just let me go. Goodbye, Moon! It was lovely coming up and seeing you. And our periapse is 32,134 kilometers. We did great! We did great. That is a free return. 32,134 meters. That is a free return trajectory. I just did a free return trajectory of the moon without tracking station. We can hit the atmosphere at 32K from here. Well, alright, then put in the all lux and no skills. Do we have those in chat? Did I make those emotes? F5 me. Holy shit, I can't believe that. Okay, good though. Good, it's good. Anything else that you need to do? I think we'll keep our fuel with us, we'll bring it back, and we'll burn it out at our periapse.
Ronan A1, Ronan A1, Ronan A1.
That's all skill. Thank you, Insights. Ugh! I can't believe this is going so well. Alright, take us home. Look at how fucking pretty that is, too. Look at that. Just look at it. Oh, I can't see shit because of backlighting. It's pretty, though. It is. F to me. F to me. Let's slow you down. SAS can be off. It doesn't matter, Pawn, because you've got lots of control authority in here, and the electric charge is going to be refilled when you fire on your retrograde, which you're nowhere near it yet, so I don't know why you're aligning for something that you're nowhere near. I'm just afraid it's first moon mission in a long time for me. So we're coming back. 35 kilometers is honestly a little, or 32 is a little bit deep. It's a little bit deep, but with our ablator we should be able to do it. I'm actually going to hit it harder because I'm going to burn out our fuel on the retrograde just before the thing kind of explodes, is my plan anyway. Get on your retrograde there. Okay. In fact, can you do a retrograde hold? You can do a retrograde hold, Jeb, because you're level 1. Excellent. Excellent. We're perfect then. We're all set up for everything to work and nothing to be bad, and everything will be fine. That's what's happening there. Okay, so periapse 32, apoapse of 9.5 million. We're getting hot. But so far, no heating ticks, no, like, overheating, oh my god. Oh, there's some overheating, so I'm gonna burn. And that is going to lower our periaps even harder, but it is also going to be slowing us down as we do it. I don't know if this is the way to go, but it is what I'm doing. I'm gonna burn it hard, and then when it's done, I'm gonna try and kick it off. Did you see that? I did a little flip. I did a little flip kick. A little flip kick to get rid of it. I did, and I shoved it out there. Ah! Alright, keep holding your retrograde there, and let's just watch the ablator as it, you know, ablates. That's what we want an ablator to do, is just ablate a bit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just camera flip around the way that I actually like it. I'd forgotten. Okay, okay. It's looking good. It's looking good. 2,200 meters per second right now, and slowing down quite fast. At this speed, hitting the atmosphere this fast, our ablator, I had 120 on there. We're already down to, well, because I guess because I fired my engines on the retrograde as well, we slowed down a lot faster. We apparently could have come up with 40 ablator to the moon and come back on this mission, and it's looking like we would have been fine. Because we're about to lose, like, heating effects, I would assume, at 1,600 meters per second. I think you stop seeing the plasma being made. I'm apparently very wrong. We're down to 1,500, and there's still quite a bit of plasma. And 1,400, and there's still quite a bit of plasma. And 1,300, and still quite a bit of plasma. Okay. I don't need to be... And 1,200, and still fair whack of plasma. But again, the ablator, you know, 120 we started with, we ended with 90, we could have done that with 40. Holy crap. Ah, it's all going so well. Oh, shit, did I say that aloud? It'll be fine. It will be fine. And that was no time warp. We weren't time warping at all on that. The ablator is no longer an issue or of interest to me. I could jettison the ablator right now. Yeah, it's pretty black and charred. We might as well get rid of it. Right? Okay, well, could you just shake it off? Oh god, now it's shaking us because of just there you go. Yep, and then find your retrograde again, Jeb. Find it's just over here. There. Okay. Oh, nope. All right, we're both trying to steer the ship at once, Jeb. There we go. Nailed it. Working together is You see anything? Well, that's an interesting way to come back to Kerbin. Makes me a little vommy, and I haven't even been flipping around in it. We're down to 8. Oh, wait. Shit. Like, are we at the speed? I'm gonna deploy. Did that do it? Shit. Kerbin at speed. Test the drogue. I fucking clicked on it. Test the deploy mode. When safe. Aim camera. Deploy mode. Remove from symmetry. Like, fucking do it. It worked! Okay, I couldn't just release it by right-clicking it, apparently, but when I fired the stage, then that counted? Is that how you want that to work, Kerbal? Because it doesn't make any fucking sense. And there was no right-click and click the test button, like, that's fine. It's fine. We did it, though. We did it. I did all of my missions! And we're droguing down. And the drogues are actually... Wow, they really slowed. We're gonna be here for a while. F5... Okay, 4 times fizz warp after an F5. I did it. I went to the moon, Jeb did it. He went to the moon, he came back, our other parachute is open, we are now descending at still, like, so the drogues don't really help for, well, no, we're carrying a lot more weight, aren't we, because we've got the science bay. Yeah. So maybe they do help a little bit. What are we at? 300 and something? Alright, about time for me to... Alright, let's just get a little bit lower. And I'll do the, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jebediah Kerman has gone to the moon, flown past it, and now returns. Under the leadership, the noble... of the Roninpawn. You're welcome.
Get off your high horse, buddy. You were terrified the whole time.
Shut up! Shut up! It was a good mission. We're getting wet. We're getting wet. We're getting wet. We're wet. We're wet and we're alive. Wet and alive. Those are the ways that I like to be. It's not untrue. I don't think we have any other science that we'd want to get. We've been in the water before, and EVA wouldn't help. We can't reset the science junior, the pod or whatever, because Jeb's not a scientist. We did it. Pull it in. My first successful Moony mission. We mooned. I mooned. Later on my Live Jasmine channel, we could do that again in a different context. We'll talk about it after the stream. There we go. 49.2 science earned up to 68. We can afford another tier of science, and far more importantly, I think we made a butt ton of money doing that moon mission. And Jeb gained 2 experience points and still just a level 1 pilot. I don't know what the XP is really worth if you just have to do a thing in order to get the what's the XP worth again, people who make the game? If you just have to, like, orbit a different body in order to get level 2, why are we counting XP? Is that just... But we did it! We did it, and we returned at night. Let's look at those contracts. What is it? There's none. Well, let's go into mission control and look at the archives. That's a good list, isn't it? That's a good goddamn list. What's available now for us? Ferry to tourists, science data from space around Kerbin, explore the moon, which involves orbiting and returning from orbit. Well, that's on the docket. But I think we've come to the end of this live stream. 3 hours, 22 minutes, and we have gone to the moon and come back. We had a good look at it. We rubbed its cheeks and things. I can't believe everything's gone so well. No deaths, no explosions, except for the planned explosions. They were planned. No, it was good. I did all the things. I made vessels correctly. I flew them well. Nothing flipped over in mid-flight. It's like Kerbal Space Program, works now. I don't know if I completely believe that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am the Roninpawn. Thank you all for joining me at our first in what will be quite a few Kerbal Space Program live streams on this hardcore career mode to Duna. Those songs don't mix.
Good stream porn.
Thank you very much, Zorglob. It feels good to be back in KSP. It certainly feels good to be not dying and embarrassing myself. And you, mainly you. You're the ones who got me 175. Oh, shit, there's only 25 to XCOM. I'm going to change that for the next live stream. We don't want that, do we? Nobody wants that. XCOM 2. Thank everyone for coming out. Thank you so much for the support today. Jesus, the number of subs and bits and things. I really appreciate it. I will see you back here next time with... Well, we're going to have to bounce back and forth between Cluster Truck and Kerbal to keep getting everything done, but there is Kerbal in our future. Keep your eyes on the nav ball.
Hey! Hey!